Let's go. It's been a minute. I'm ready to wild out.
Man, I don't know what to tell y'all today, but it's going crazy. Press start in credits special today, y'all. Something we've never been able to do, and we got it done today, which is getting a guest in here on the general. Can you imagine the general being nice today? He wants gay. He allowing guests to come in it. So look, yo, it's an honor for us to represent T-Reaper in the building as the very first guest of Press Start in Credits. T-Reaper, we're very proud to have you in today, man. It's a special day for me and the general.
Thank you for having me, guys. I appreciate it.
No problem. I just want to make sure the sound is right and make sure everybody check their boxes before we continue on with the show.
Oh yeah, I checked my box. Let's go.
And as y'all can tell, I'm in the Division 2 beta.
I'm in the building.
Yep. And we're waiting on confirmation that the sound is good.
Yo.
Yo, mic check. We all sound good?
Mic check.
Do we all sound good?
Mic check. Loud and clear.
How do we sound? All right, we going in. We got confirmation. Hey, yo! You know what? This is not even considered an episode. This is just a special edition. Live from Di-RREC Gaming. Press start in credits. Special edition. With the guest of honor, T-Reaper, and my man, the one and only General. I salute thee. What's good, you guys, man? Glad to have y'all today, man.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it's just this is a special day today. We're gonna talk this Xbox talk. Yo, Reaper told me, man, I got a lot to say. There's a lot of things I want to get off my chest. And Reaper's just kind of tired of not hearing Xbox talk. He doesn't understand why, you know, in the community that we're so silent on certain things that make us stand out. Certain things that, you know, that there's a reason to why we're Xbox fans. And I told him, you know what, man? You're at home, brother. You know, this is all about the community. T-Reaper is at home. I've had T-Reaper already on the LX show, and we decided to keep it going. And he hit me up early this morning, y'all. Like, shoot, man, 3:30 in the morning.
Well, and, yeah, we've been up since 2. Well, I've been up for about 24 hours already, so you know, I'm pretty tired.
Somebody make breakfast. God damn.
Yeah, man, we've been up since Thursday, people. I've been running since Thursday, everybody. So that's kind of how long this body's been running. And I worked. And I worked. So
that's right.
Yeah,
we work, we grind. You know what I'm saying? And we've been up. He's right. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. He's been up around me since about 3:30 this morning. I couldn't sleep, so I decided to play. But I'm very excited about this show. And man, y'all know what I do, man. Here's 2 mics, and I'm going deep, man. I'm passing, scrambling. I'm drop stepping, and I'm about to launch these bad boys. And there y'all go, man. Y'all catch those mics and do y'all's thing, man. We're gonna showcase this co-op play too. Let's go. Hey y'all, talk your stuff. T-Reaper, you out the gate, man. Go ahead, brother. There's some certain things on your mind. Get it off your chest, brother. Let's go.
Okay, alright, well this is gonna be fun. Where do I actually start? Okay. I think as a gaming culture as a whole, you gotta learn how to chase the base consumer. So if one company, you know, wishes to, you know, make money, you have to chase what's trending, because the main culture that you're, you know, thriving to is what gives you the most money by quarter. And what Microsoft is doing is a smart idea. I give them that. But what you're not doing is you're not chasing your base consumer, the one that comes back over and over and over again.
Right.
Now, you're basically catering to everybody. That's what Game Pass is for. That's a good start. But if you don't know what the culture wants, how can you actually give what the culture needs?
Right. Right. And I think I know where you're going with that. And I'll elaborate on that to make you feel more secure. But I do see where you're going with that, and we're gonna talk about it a little bit more. But you know, I think Xbox in the right direction, Reaper. So I read between your lines. I think they're in the right direction.
I'm happy. You have
We're gonna elaborate on
like on the planet. You have everybody on this planet say, "Oh, we don't like Xbox. No, Xbox is this." You know, like, but you have everybody promoting the opposite, you know, thing. But let me ask you something. What game on PlayStation can you not finish in under 20 hours or less? I want you to pause and think about that for a second. Just think about that for a second. You know, God of War, 11 hours.
Sailor Moon.
Last of Us.
Sailor Moon. Sailor Moon.
Yeah. I mean, anime cool, but like, you know, an anime. That's the concept of it.
Right. Right.
That's why it's long. It's supposed to make you drown and like have you know 5 minutes. Yeah. Unless it's DBZ, in which case people just go crazy.
Did you say drown? Oh, okay. Go
wow.
ahead.
Wow. You know the thing with me, man. I'm getting where he's at. I'm trying to. I'm gonna decipher him because he's coming in. He's trying to be. I'm gonna decipher him. But Reaper.
I said if it's DBZ, if it's DBZ, everybody goes crazy. Dragon Ball Z.
Right. But Reaper, not so much of the. Okay, it's the staying power, man. We all know these things. But I'm trying to get to this. I'm trying to get to this Xbox talk, right? I'm trying to get to this nitty gritty that we don't ever hear about, you know. And I know Reaper's got some stuff on his chest that he wants to get off. You know, it's like, where do we go to get the Xbox talk? We don't. It's limited. You know, things like
it's limited by perception. Like the big trend right now is like everybody's opinion. Okay, you think the game of the year last year is God of War. Well, I say it's Red Dead Redemption 2. Everybody's got an opinion.
Ultimate baby. Good.
Right.
Everybody got an opinion. Everybody has one. Everybody's entitled to one. It's what makes us gamers.
Right. Mine's is AC Odyssey, man. Mine's is AC Odyssey.
Exactly. That's a nice one. AC Odyssey is a beast, man. AC Odyssey was a beast. I'm talking about things like
sometimes people mutually agree, but then on the other side, sometimes people choose to not agree. But you can not agree with them. You don't have to agree with them, but you have to respect it. It's just common courtesy.
Yo,
can I get in this conversation?
Get on in it. Get on in it. I'm getting ready for some Xbox talk.
Can I get my Onyx on?
Get on in it.
I'm gonna get my Onyx on and slam. All right, so look, the general is here. I ain't gonna cut no corners. I'm gonna say exactly what it is, man. So make sure all your headphones is turned up. You got a bunch of Xbox websites, a bunch of Xbox YouTubers that they know that talking about PlayStation gets them more clicks, okay? And they right there front. They front with their channels, with their YouTube websites, or whatever. They use Xbox as a front. But when you go to these people, what's that? Where the achievements at? Or you go and compare your achievements, they haven't beaten nothing. They haven't beaten no classic games. They haven't beaten no indie games or nothing. You got a bunch of Xbox dudes that are not Xbox dudes, and I call that wolves in sheep's clothing. That's what's going on right now. But let me tell you something, and you can mark my words. When that Anaconda come out, all the narrative gonna change. When Fable come out, Gears of War 5 come out,
you better be able to afford it.
You know what I'm saying?
On.
Right. They're gonna change. And one thing about me and New Legal and all these people on this podcast, we don't change. You understand? We don't sit there and shit on Crackdown 3, and then when Crackdown 3 come out next Friday, oh my God, this is the greatest thing I ever played. Right. We just got videos of you shitting on it. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem, yo. The problem is that
it just got real, people.
They consist of a lot of frauds, man. They consist of a lot of frauds, man.
But
you know what I mean?
But then my counter that is what makes you an Xbox gamer. What makes you any type of gamer? It's a matter of choice and preference.
Yeah, but at the same time, you got a lot of people that they want to go along with what's cool. Like I tell
Yeah,
people all the
yeah,
time.
they want to follow
I tell
what's
people all the
trending.
time.
They want to follow.
Right.
They want to follow what's popular. They want to follow, you know, what makes them fit in. But real gaming really isn't about that. It's about what you feel to yourself that
Right.
makes you want to game. That want to enjoy this hobby that we all love so much.
You're absolutely right, yo. Because
right.
I play what I want to play when I want to play.
Right.
Like I posted a picture
No,
of me
no
playing.
imaginary ghost tells me what to buy. I choose myself what to buy, and then I morph my legacy around what I choose to play. And I've been doing it for years.
But here's the thing. You have a generation now where they are real gamers. I call them dinosaurs. People get mad at me, but we dinosaurs, man.
Right.
We come from an era.
Just as
where
long
they
as
would
I'm the
never
T-Rex, baby.
understand.
As long as I'm the T-Rex, we all
There
good.
you go. I'm a brontosaurus. I'm a brontosaurus. There you go. But check this out. These cats, now I'm going to get deep here. A lot of these cats, man, that front like they know gaming, they don't know what it means to beat a level, and you have to write down a password, yo. You had to write down a password and make sure that password was right because you had to go to school. A lot of these dudes don't know having a GameCube, and for you to get a certain Pokemon character in Smash, you had to have 54 hours of game time. So you left your GameCube on when you went to school because that way you can get the special character. Yo,
yeah, and you knew how to grind the system, and you knew how to grind the system, and you know how to grind for. You know how to boost. The easiest boosting in history.
These cats don't understand Contra, the first one from Nintendo. These cats don't understand the different tricks that, you know what I'm saying, Revenge of Shinobi, right? That feeling you got when Revenge of Shinobi came on for the Sega Genesis. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what I'm saying is that we're from an era where gaming was a culture. I really don't think gaming is a culture anymore right now for this new generation. I think gaming is a trend. I think gaming is like a t-shirt or a pair of sneakers right now.
Right.
It's because it's a cool thing to do. But people like us right now on this show, we're gamers. I put 160 hours in ACI.
We're the pure bloods, basically, is how you would put it.
Exactly.
We're the pure bloods, and you're the half bloods.
We are. Right. Yeah. I don't play with like when everybody's playing Resident Evil 2, the remake, I was playing
you can be like, well, I played it when it was first. You can be like, I played it when it first came out. I already played it. Yeah. I might want to revisit it to see how they remade it and how it comes out in modern day. But that's the only thing it is. It's just curiosity. It doesn't make me pull all the way back.
Right. But Reaper, me and New Legal had this conversation all the time. And if you go back on a couple of shows, I talk about it. Gamers
if you don't want
to think for themselves. Gamers don't want to think for themselves anymore, man. Gamers got influences.
They want everybody to think
on
for
YouTube.
them.
They got these fanboys that run these websites, IGN and GameSpot, and I'll give you a pure example, yo. Before the stress test came out, there's a stress test out right now where you can play the Crackdown 3 multiplayer, right? Everybody went to IGN, GameSpot, and shitted on it. The people that played it themselves, they're like, yo, this is crazy. This is dope. Like, oh, man, I never played nothing like this. The destruction, and I died because I was looking at the building coming down. So, what it is right now with gamers, they got to start thinking for themselves, man. We don't need them big websites no more. We don't need the N4Gs. We don't need the IGNs. We don't need the GameSpots. We don't need the Kotakus.
Yeah, think for yourself.
Yeah, we don't need Jeff Keighley.
Something wrong with you?
And his Jeff Keighley and his flip-flopping ass, we definitely don't need that, yo. So what I'm saying is that gamers need to think for themselves. What you want to buy. It's your money. You don't need whatever. You don't need somebody on YouTube telling you like, oh no, well I wouldn't mess with it. Yo, buy what you want to buy, man. Buy what you want to buy.
And then you have the humongous debacle of microtransactions. Some people think it's good, other things bad, other things.
Who cares? Buy what you want to buy.
Who cares?
As long as the game ain't forcing you.
If I told you to jump off a bridge, would you do it?
No.
Right.
Okay, as long as the game is not forcing you to pay for anything, who cares? That's the bottom line, right?
Yeah, as long as it's not. Yeah. As long as it's not pay to win, that's okay.
Right. As long as it ain't pay to win.
I would argue in certain like single player only games where multiplayer is not involved, pay to win is not a sin.
Right.
And sometimes it makes it easier to actually go through it. Sometimes it's helpful. But you don't want to do that to multiplayer content because it's unfair.
Right, but Reaper, also let's keep it real too. We adults, man, right? I'm in acting school. I do independent movies. I'm building an independent company with my partner. Yo, I also work. You understand? Look, man, if I can get, matter of fact, I'll tell you some real deal. On AC Odyssey, I wanted to finish the Cosmo cult mission where you got to get, you know, that second storyline as far as the cult, right? Look,
Yeah.
I don't have time to sit there and grind all day to build the ship. I
I bet you don't.
$60. I paid
Right.
$60. I did. I paid $60 so that my ship could be absolutely outstanding. You know, I got all the resources I need, and I went and I finished that mission. What also about gaming right now, let's keep it real. We not 13 no more, man. We not 12 no more. A lot of us got families and wives and kids and, you know, careers and whatever else you do. So gaming is you know what I'm saying? It's time. It really is time, yo.
And that's kind of the core of the core like volume. The trends you're chasing are no longer valid because the generations that you built them on, yes, they have new fans, but like the old fans, they passed on. They passed on. We've evolved. We're now adults. So my argument is if it sells still, then continue to do it. But at the moment that you see that trend go bye-bye, fix it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Replace it with a new generation of trend. Do not do not continue to chase the old trends, because what's going to happen is you will never get that generation of culture back, because that generation of culture has moved on.
But see, that's why I love Microsoft right now, because Microsoft, they see what's coming.
But they cater to everybody. They cater to everybody.
Check it out. Right, but check it out, right? There's a reason why they did that. And this is why I'm going to get on Xbox fans on this one. See, check this out, right? A lot of Xbox fans, and I'll use Sunset Overdrive as an example. A lot of Xbox fans scream for new IPs, right? We want to play something different. We're tired of Halo, Gears, and Forza. So when they give you something different, you don't support, right? Then what happens is that game is actually really good. Now you're asking for a sequel. Well, looking by the numbers, you're telling us that you don't want a sequel. Why would we invest money into that? No, we're going to invest in something else. And then you get mad at Microsoft. Here's the thing with Microsoft, right? Microsoft understands, and people get mad at me when I say this, that game that's exclusive to your platform is really old school now, bro. It's really 1990. You understand? These games cost a lot of money. I'm looking at it from a gamer and a businessman. These games cost a lot of money.
From a business and gamer's perspective, some of them have shined and endured.
Yeah.
That's kind of but it's only a few of them. So you want to take the ones that continue to endure in culture and capitalize on those trends. Do not capitalize on ones that are already dead, because you're not going to get any revenue from it. Revenue does what? Spins the wheel. Keeps things going round and round and round we go. But as soon as that trend falls off, you don't have that revenue no more. And the problem is you're targeting old fans, which is good if they still play it, but that's not the majority of what you want to be chasing. The majority of chasing.
But you make my argument.
What's the majority? What's the majority?
The majority are like the 12-year-olds who play Fortnite. Those are the majority.
I just want to make sure we got that clear.
But let me ask you something, though, right? Let me ask all y'all on this panel, right? How would you feel if E3 came, right? And, it's this new, big, beautiful version of Banjo-Kazooie. Keep it real. How would you feel?
I'd feel like a child again.
Yeah.
Are you going to buy Banjo-Kazooie?
If it would make me feel like a child again?
Yeah.
If I felt that was worth it, yes. If I felt it was worth the investment, I would, yes.
I'm not buying Banjo-Kazooie in 2020.
There you go.
I'm not.
There you go. That's what
I'm not.
No,
go, right?
if you have
there you go, right?
No. Logic would follow that if there's a reason for it to exist, it needs to exist. So if anybody is buying it, and if any revenue comes towards that product, you automatically sell it, because it does what? Brings in revenue.
But let me ask you something. Do you think Banjo-Kazooie will work right now?
That ain't the debut game.
But that's not what everybody's into nowadays. Is our point? That's not what everybody.
Don't bring that out for a sister
That's what I'm asking. But that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. You know what I mean?
Don't-
Because
Yeah,
I hear so many fans. I hear
Just
so
don't
many
bring it
fans
out as
talk
a
about how
system
they
seller
want.
right out the gate.
Right, right. But I see so many. See all the things that Rare could be working on. Real talk for me. I don't want no Banjo-Kazooie. I played Banjo-Kazooie when I was 14, 15 years old. You can leave it there. Now, if you want to make it for a new generation, cool. I'm not mad at that. You know what I'm saying? But my
No,
whole
no.
thing is
It
this.
means the culture of that plate basically endures,
Yeah.
which means it has a new fandom and it has a new culture. But there should
Yeah.
then logically follow, if it's an ever existing franchise, then you have to cater to both, because what you'll have is you'll have OG fans of the existence and you'll have new ones. So you have to do
Right.
both. And that's where your
Exactly.
job gets difficult, because you can't please both. So you have to find a mutual agreement that everybody can come to an agreement to. The problem is the people making these are the ones that like old Halo. So keep that also in mind.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yes.
I see what you're saying.
So they legitimately have the love for Halo in their hearts. But the problem is they're
Right.
trying to please two audiences. You're trying to please the new audience that you're trying to attract, and the OG. The OG is the
Right.
story that you still have to finish. So that's the people
Right.
that are still staying long enough
Right.
to see what the ending is. But as soon
Right,
as
right.
that basically says enough and John goes bye-bye, you're going to have to either create new lore and then new fandom, or you're going to have to build on current existing fandom.
I mean, look, this is my whole thing, man, right? I want to ask you something. Do you think Nintendo really wants to put out another Metroid? Like, we just talking as gamers. Do you think they really want to put out another Metroid? Or
Not
would
if they don't
wanna
think
make
it's going to
something
sell.
new?
They would want to make something new and something that they know would sell. Because they're on a roll with those Pokemons on those DS, and they rule that handheld. They rule that handheld world to God.
So my whole thing is to a lot of gamers, right? Sometimes you gotta let it go and let it be, man. Look, I might get stoned for this. I am more excited for Ninja Theory's new game than Halo Infinite. That's real.
Right,
I want to play something new I've never played before. I am at that point where I don't need Forza Motorsport 8. I don't.
Right.
I don't need
Right.
it, bro.
No, I don't have to have
I don't
it.
need
No.
Forza Motorsport 8.
Because Forza Horizon,
You know what I'm saying?
Forza Horizon, it just brings life to it.
It's
you
a
know?
masterpiece.
Just bring,
It
yeah.
changed
I don't
the
have to
game.
have 8.
Exactly.
You know, I'm not mad
So
if they do
my
it.
whole
There's
thing
some
is-
people that like the dance
Yeah, I'm not mad.
effect, but just you know, I don't have to put into it anymore. I got Forza Horizon. I like that
Legal.
series better.
Legal.
I've always liked that series better.
I beat all of Forza Motorsport 7. I was complaining about how the tracks is getting mad repetitive.
Yeah,
You
no.
remember me being on the phone with you and everything.
Yep.
But my whole thing is this as far as gaming culture, right? I'm not mad at nostalgia. I'm really not, man. But what I am mad at is
because it's needed every once in a while to remind us why we're here.
But what I am mad at, I feel like there's too many SJWs. I feel like it's too many people on Twitter. I feel like it's too many people with YouTube influence that they won't let us move forward, man. I'm talking about from combat. I'm talking about from how characters look to evolution of game stories to
They're
everything.
crying about something all the time.
Everybody they crying about something, man.
Yeah.
Like, yo, like, come on, man. Like what are we doing? Like, you don't want to move forward. You really don't want to move forward. You want things to stay the same. You know what I mean? To me, it's like me and my best friend always have this argument. It's the Walking Dead syndrome. He's getting mad because actors are leaving The Walking Dead. I said, bro, they made their money. They want to do something else.
They've been doing it for years. They've been doing it for years.
And then if you're in a TV contract, right, you tied to that. So it's like, yo, I'm good, man. Like, I'm done with this, or this is my last season, or whatever it is, right? So I feel like gaming is the same way. I'm so happy that Gears of War 5 is really gonna flip it on its head and do something different,
right?
Because it needed to, man. It needed to be refreshed and do something different. Even from the monsters, yo. When you look at Gears of War 5, the monsters, they look so different, man. Like compared to anything that, you know what I'm saying, was on shall we say 4 or 3 or whatever this and that.
Right.
Halo has got to go somewhere else, man. I'm gonna tell you straight up now. If I can't go to other planets on Halo, I'm probably gonna turn it off, man. Cause it don't make no damn sense. It really don't.
Because you know what, the experience of Halo 1, at least you went to different environments. You would have thought it was
exactly.
a world, you know? So just keep it to where
Exactly.
you know. If nothing else, if you're on that Halo ring, give me different environments or something. Something. So I feel you on that.
Yeah, 343 got to understand that the corridor shooter is played out. I hate to say it. I think whatchamacallit, I think what's they call, is it racing simulators? I think those are played out. I don't think nobody wants to play racing simulators, man. I think people just want to drive and have fun. You know what I mean? And have a good time. And Forza Motorsport 4,
the masses do.
Forza Horizon 4 shows
the
that.
masses
You know what I'm saying?
Formula One.
Yeah.
What is it called? Formula One and all them. They still do stuff. Need for Speed. They still here.
That's why I enjoyed Titanfall, because it was something fresh.
Right.
That's why I enjoyed Titanfall OG, because it was something fresh.
It was something
and,
fresh.
And
still can't be duplicated.
It was something fresh
still
and
hasn't
new.
been duplicated.
It can't.
That's right.
It can't be duplicated. And and the whole thing of the initial OG Titanfall launch is they had to nerf it because the people on here had forgotten what real hard multiplayer work
remember
felt
that?
like. And they actually gave us what we asked for, and they gave it to us, and then they nerfed it, and then it made everybody feel like, yo, we just all did this work for nothing. That's not fair.
Yeah, that's what happened to it.
Yeah.
So
then
later on in the generation, you had half-breeds basically telling us, oh, we're Gen 10 too. And I'm like, well, did you do it after or before at this date?
We checked them. That's right, we checked them. And if you wasn't one, T-Reaper's talking real. If you wasn't one of them cats that did it in 90 days, don't talk to me. That's exactly right.
But
you had the first 90 days to do it, to get the level Gen 10.
Yeah, but you make Titanfall 2. You make Titanfall 2. And you want to make it more like Call of Duty, now it feels weird. Like, yo, who wants to play that, man?
Right, it doesn't have a Titanfall tag to it.
It doesn't feel like Titanfall.
No.
It didn't feel like Titanfall.
It didn't feel like Titanfall at all.
And that's why that's why it didn't produce revenue, because you didn't give them what the original experience offered. You didn't build on it. You got to build on already existing fandom.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. You're right about that, definitely. But
and they chose to go in an opposite, and they chose to go in an opposite field direction, which basically told everybody, "Oh, we don't want to play this. This doesn't feel like what we played before."
Exactly. That was a half-breed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Talking like they talk. Talking like they talk for the community. They ain't talk for the community.
The half-breeds got too much. They got too much. They got too much influence, bro. Yeah. Too much influence. I mean, yo, the next Mario could come out. And they decide to put a purple hat on them. Why are you putting a purple hat on them? What are you doing? That's not Mario. I'm not buying this. And they change it, yo. Like, you won't let nothing evolve, yo.
Right.
And these developers, they need to do like Rockstar. These developers need to do like Rockstar, yo.
Just be quiet, make it.
I'm going to build my game. I'm going to build my game the way I want to build it.
That's
it's
exactly
my vision. It's not yours. You don't want to buy it, don't buy it.
Shit, bottom line. Bottom line.
Yep.
That's it. Take your time to become. Take your time to become powerful like that. Do not let these half-breeds rush you out of your development.
Yeah, exactly.
Take your time, be successful, so that way every time you drop, you're successful, and you don't have to worry about that stupid stuff.
Exactly, man. Because I feel like Halo should take its time. I'm serious.
It is, man.
Halo should take its time, yo.
I'm glad they didn't put it
honestly, out. I'm not trying to see Halo at launch with the new Xbox, yo.
Take
your time, bro.
That's long enough.
Man. I mean, but how long have they been working on it? Real talk.
6 years?
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay.
Dude, they were making it when they made 5. Remember, they said we already working on the next one.
That's 2015. That's only 4 years ago.
No, my bad.
That's what I said. Right.
I thought it was less. I thought it was less.
Heck no.
Nope. 2015. 2015 Halo 5.
Yep.
So it'll be 5 years. 2000.
No, when the next system come out, that'll be about 6 years. We don't know exactly the exact date.
Very rare.
We're talking
very
20.
Very rarely do they like to produce multiple titles in one generation. They do it, but they do it very sparingly.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know, you put a game into 5-year development, it should come out looking beautiful, man. But then again, like I said, 5 to 6 years, that's long enough. And you said that. You know, that's the date. That's the time span that you. Yup. That's enough, man.
Phil Spencer, the reason why he don't like Remedy, they take too long. They take way too long, yo.
Right. You know, and like I said, Remedy's so successful, they don't get rushed. You know, they're not rushed.
True.
Right.
True.
So I mean, it works out, man. You know, it works out for the best. You know what I'm saying?
I just want them to. reinvent Halo, man. Like, made me fall in love with Halo again. That's all I'm
Right.
saying. Just
Right.
made me fall in love with Halo again, man.
Right.
And I said this last year. If you bring the OG fandom of Halo back, your fans
Yeah.
will come back one last time. They will. It's
will.
worth the dollar. They will. They will.
Yeah.
But you have to give them what they ask for.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And everybody wants to see the conclusion of what happened to Cortana. Everybody wants to see what happens to the universe. We want to see what happens to John.
Yeah.
I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, because
And especially
my problem,
Hey, Irish
my problem
man,
with
what's
Halo
up?
5,
What's up, Irish?
Halo 5, it had the same bosses over and over again. I didn't like that.
Yeah, that
I
was
didn't
crazy.
understand what that was about. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But yeah, that's the issue. Is they, if they don't want to end Halo and they want to continue it as a, as a series or a saga, as a brand, then what you need to do is you need to tailor to the people that are going to buy your product. Because it can no longer be OGs. It can no longer be OGs because most of them don't exist anymore. So that's not the culture that is buying your game. You got to understand that.
Yeah, you're right.
You got to keep that in mind. You have to hit the new culture if you want to get them invested.
Yeah.
You gotta hit the new culture, but you can also do both. You can hit the new culture and the old culture at the same time, and you win either way.
Okay.
But you have to find you have to find a happy medium that pleases everybody, which is very rare.
Right. Yeah, you're right. You're right about
that. Someone's mic is very crackly.
Is it me? I don't know. I got my headset.
No, it's not mine.
Oh.
It's not mine, but no, I think that Microsoft is moving in the right direction this time around.
Yeah, I think they want to move
the momentum.
Into the future, man.
I was proud of Inside Xbox. Can't wait for Crackdown 3.
I'm watch it again.
The excitement is there. Yeah, the excitement is there, and that's what Microsoft needed.
Yeah, it did, man. But I think Microsoft, just like in 2013, I think they saw what's coming down the road, because exactly everything they said, pretty much we're doing. We're online all the time, right? We're online all the time, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As far as us gaming and this and that, we're online with our phones and everything. So, it's just funny because Microsoft, they see what's coming down the road. I just wish Xbox gamers, man, would really trust Microsoft with their vision, because they can move gaming forward more further than it needs to be. And I think there's a fear to that. I think there's a true fear to that, where people say, we can't wait to go to the future, but people keep getting screaming. There's always a fear to the unknown. There's always a fear to the unknown. That's true. But it's like, man, I'm sorry, man. I don't think, look, you call me a hater, I'm just being honest. I don't think we should be doing stuff in 2019 like it's 1990. I don't think that's healthy, man. I just don't.
No, it's not. You always have to evolve as a culture. It's how you stay healthy. It's how you stay healthy. Yeah. It's how innovation is born. Is you always keep moving, and you always and they did the smart thing to please the OG. They did something to keep us here. They did something, and it works because all we have to have is Game Pass. So anytime that we want to revisit the land of the childhood-free, what made us gamers, all we gotta do is just pop in Game Pass, just load whatever game we want, and bam, we're happy. It doesn't matter if it's Halo, Gears, Forza. Everybody happy.
They just put Shadow of the Tomb Raider. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing how many people people are loving Shadow of the Tomb Raider. You know what I'm saying?
But to that,
they didn't buy it.
Yeah, but to that model, you also have to. Not everybody is going to come to Game Pass for what you're offering them to buy. So you have to make it multicultural, appealing to everybody. And the problem with what they're doing is they're only catering to their first party as an incentive. You have to give the multi-user incentive to invest. If you don't do that, it will never go as big as you want it to go. But if you want to go big, you have to give the casual consumer something to invest in. Because you already got the hardcore. The hardcore will invest just for the IP alone. But you have to give something for the casual consumer to invest in for. And you don't have any of that.
Well, I mean, But there's a lot of casual stuff on Game Pass, man. There's a lot of third-party stuff on Game Pass. A lot of it. I feel what you're saying, but maybe they're not doing it as much. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, like, all right. Here's a really good example. All right, so if you want like the casuals to invest in Game Pass, therefore give you more revenue, why not put something like Fortnite on Game Pass?
Yeah.
Oh man, that might be hard to do, but that might be hard to do.
But it's free because you can't do it, right?
Right,
okay,
right.
So then what you do is you advise incentives inside Fortnite that is included in Game Pass. Therefore, they can download the free and then also add achievements into it. Add achievements into it. Go for it.
It wouldn't be impossible. It wouldn't be impossible.
It wouldn't be impossible, and I guarantee you would get more people to subscribe to Game Pass that way. That would be idea number one.
But is that
idea number two would
Microsoft? That's an Epic. That would be an Epic thing, right? You have to go through Epic and work that out.
What you could do, just a little clip off the head. I don't know if anybody's thought of this. Apex Legends just went viral.
Yeah.
Respawn We're your savior. Bam. Done.
Okay.
God damn it.
You know? So, like, you got to give the casual consumer something to invest in, because it can't always be catered to the hardcore Xbox dudes, because those don't really exist anymore. That's kind of the annoying thing. It's all people who play Fortnite, and oh, honey, I can't believe I just got killed. Why did this dude just kill me?
There are going to be some angry people who says that you said that, but I get it.
It's all right. I'm not really worried about what they're saying anymore, because before I get up out of here, I'm going to say my piece and speak my piece. There's a lot of things that are going on that people just don't understand the value of Xbox. You hear people talk about things like, hey, they get Xbox Live for free. We get Xbox Live for free. If you put your money into gaming on Xbox. See, the thing is this.
Yeah.
If you gaming in the Xbox community, the Xbox community rewards you. If you're not gaming in the Xbox streets, it's not rewarding you. So yeah, I get my Xbox Live for free because I'm gaming in the Xbox streets. They reward me. Not only do they not reward me currency, but I get the reward points. And the reward points, it's not real currency. You flip that into real currency.
Yeah.
You could buy you consoles. You could buy you a year of Xbox Live, Game Pass, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But you got to be invested in the Xbox ecosystem. You can't be just sitting back here half-stepping and then expecting things to pop off. Look, I have a great promoter, but we don't game share. I used to have a friend. I used to have a friend that rocked out with me. You know what I'm saying? And life come about, and you got to do your own thing.
I played Dark Souls without smashing the controller. I'm a hardcore. I'll give you credit without smashing it, but I say you're someone that like realism if you play Dark Souls.
I do my best in putting my time into
Dark
what
Souls
I
is
buy.
hard. I'll give you credit. Though.
Right now,
it's hard as hell.
Hey, right now, I'm playing the beta. Right, it's because I put some time and invested in it.
What level are you?
I'm only on level 2. I just started. Today.
No,
started on my show.
I'm asking Irish. I'm asking what.
Oh, you're talking to okay. No,
yeah. What level are you in Dark Souls 3?
You have to keep yourself fresh, right? I may not be a diehard Division player, but that's not the point.
Right.
I'm here with a platform. I'm here doing something because people believed in it, and I'm here to just showcase. I'm not here to review, but I'm here to showcase. Now, how can I showcase something if I don't invest in it? If I don't, show you that I care, then why would anybody care? The thing about it is, I'm doing this stuff because I enjoy gaming. It isn't because anything else, And so I'm sitting back like, hey, let me put this in. Let me get a co-op. Let's have some fun. Let me invest in something. And look, can gaming become expensive? It can. I can use all the excuses in the world, right? But I can put back. But hold on, let me finish. I can put back $10. I have a job. I can put back $20. $20 a week. And before the month's
Yeah.
over, that's a brand new game. Games don't come out every month. You see what I'm saying? So
No, they don't.
it's up to how you want to do. Now, don't come out here and you a casual. There's nothing wrong with being a casual. But don't come out here talking gaming and it's taking you 2-3 years to beat a game. And then all of a sudden you want to talk. No.
Facts. Sorry.
You
Facts.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't
facts.
come at people.
Oh,
You know,
or,
2-3
or
years.
or please don't come at us telling us, "Oh, I just beat Rise."
Right.
You know how old that
What?
actually is to us?
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
Please don't be doing that.
Stop here.
I'm gonna say good job and I'm gonna move on. I'm not gonna do
I
anything
beat
about it.
Rise
But
in
at the
2
same time,
days, man. I beat Rise
Right.
in 2 days, man.
I
I first
beat-
got my
I-
Xbox.
It's just
yeah,
it's just there's things that go on
it's
in
also
the
not a
Xbox
long
community
game, so
that doesn't
Yeah.
that doesn't be talked about. That nobody wants to talk about these great things in the Xbox community. Here we are.
But why
we
you
got
think
a,
it's
we
that,
got a
though,
console
illegal?
game.
But why you think
Because
it's
man,
that?
because nobody wants to give Xbox the credit, and also we got too many hand breeds in the game. We don't have enough true Xbox fans. You don't have to worry about running out of true Sony fans. You don't have to worry about running out of true Nintendo fans. They
Nintendo
got
fans,
true
yeah.
fans, and their fans are the ones
they
that
do.
talk. They fans are the ones that talk. We got the wrong kind of
Nintendo
fans
is one of
talking.
them, Irish. What's the other two?
We got some of the wrong people talking for us. You see what I'm saying? Because look, there's nothing wrong with having multiple consoles. Nothing wrong with that, right?
Right.
But when you can't put your time into the console that you're talking about, there's something wrong with that. When you can't
I agree.
showcase,
Yeah, I agree.
right? We have the reason I'm saying these type of stuff is because we have the best console on the planet. Right now, I don't care what
We
any
do.
other console's doing.
Yeah, we
Are
do.
you serious? When the Sony fans
Like-
had 1080p, they thought that was the best thing since Jesus Christ. They thought 1080p
man.
and power, they ran with that
Yeah.
stuff. But you know what? As
Yeah.
much as you hated it, you had to respect that. Because why?
So why
They
can't
didn't
they
get a
respect?
chance.
Why can't they respect it now?
Well,
Why can't they
no,
respect us now?
that's that's
Because they can't
understandable.
dish what
because I'm in the
they give out. You
Right.
can't, or they
Okay.
can't
But
take
hold
what
on,
they
y'all.
dish. It's kind of
Because
it's
we're in
really
the
annoying.
war.
It's kind of
Because we're in the war, you don't bow down. They sticking to the roots.
Okay.
of
no, you
things.
don't. No,
I don't have to. I'm
Yeah.
not asking for their sympathy. I'm not asking for their. I'm not asking for their acknowledgement. They're gonna acknowledge it. You see what I'm saying? Because there's nothing they
Yeah.
can say right now. When you make a console that's
Bears.
great, your
Bears.
community don't have to fight for it because I don't have to
Right.
fight for the X.
oh, New Dawn.
Look, the X speaks for
Metro.
itself.
I
Why do we have to go
want
speak
New
for the
Dawn.
It does.
I'm gonna get
Right.
cracked on with
That
Game
doesn't
Pass
make any sense for me to
and
come out
Metro.
here
It was
and
either,
keep talking about how great
Right.
the X is.
I
That's
was like
a
either
waste of
hit or
time.
miss. I might or might not. I'm waiting to see if that goes on Game Pass. I have a
Exactly.
dark feeling it might. I have a dark feeling it might.
So I'm
nah, but you're
Then
right.
Anthem on the 22nd,
You're right.
and then right after that is the
What is
Division
the-
2. Yep.
all right. So it's like I'm like I don't have to keep fighting for the X, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep showcasing for it. Nobody wants to bring the attention to it. Guess what? I don't just salute the flag. I wear the jersey. I'm gonna keep bringing these games to the forefront. People don't want to put the games in the forefront. That's them. But that's not legal. There's a new league.
So what you're
It's not
telling me?
about that. I
So what
know
you're
it
telling me
isn't.
is that
But if we
Anthem
fail, all
in
right,
1080p 60 frames per second is better
all right.
than full 4K. Yeah, full native 4K.
You could
That's what you're
probably
basically
spare
telling
some
me.
Look,
people.
what I'm
'Cause that's
basically
what they.
telling you is
That's
this.
what they're trying to
Here-
preach.
here's
That's what
what
they're
I'm
trying
ba-
to preach. That's
here's what I'm-
yeah.
Here's what I'm basically telling you.
I'll be outside.
If there was
Okay.
a difference between 900p and 1080p, then
Which
you
there is.
damn sure right. Then you damn sure right. There's a difference between
You did your part.
1080p and
I
4K.
won't forget it.
You damn
Okay.
sure right. And so you think I'm gonna sit up here and be merciful about what's better? Look, when I got folks talking to me about what's popular and how many consoles sold, I've done my job for the day. Because how many games that you ain't played? Don't talk about games that the console has that you haven't
Yeah.
played. That don't make no
True,
sense.
true.
Yo, Xbox has a lot
That's
of
true.
games. But why am I gonna talk about
you
the
right.
ones I haven't played? I'm gonna
You
tell
right.
you
I
about the
wasn't-
ones I
I wasn't
played.
really. I
So
wasn't
I
really a
don't
Devil May
care.
Cry fan. Soroko died twice. I might get.
So I don't care. I don't care
It's
if your console has
me
games.
at least.
Yeah.
Because I don't really have
care.
to play that much after the Division 2.
What I care about is what you're doing, and what you're doing is the only thing that matters to me.
But see, my whole thing is, man, is that what I don't understand is that Microsoft keep on setting the trends. They keep on making new innovation. Keyword innovation, not copy.
Right.
And they never get the credit, yo. Like I guarantee you, watch PSN come out with some type of Game Pass, service. Watch for the PS5, and they're gonna be like, oh my God, like, where has this been? And Sony is so genius for doing this, and they won't say, oh, but this is the roots of Game Pass. You know what I mean? Like, they don't never want to give it up.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, that's the thing that's so frustrating because it's like, I tell people all the time, man, and I keep it 100. The PS4 is a more popular system. It is not a better system.
No,
And you got people that think that the PS4 is a better system.
And popular is what? A matter of opinion. It's
well,
not
popular is fact. No, popular is fact. There is such thing as being more
it's
popular.
back to the ones who
that.
write the opinions, though.
No.
It's back to those who make the opinions and review it.
The PlayStation console is the most popular console. It's the most popular console that's being sold. That's fact. But to say it's the better one is the opinion. The better is the opinion. The better is where they mess up at. If you come at us talking about the better, oh, you gonna die every day. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not. It's not the better console. It's not the better versatile console. You see what I'm saying? That's why now that power and resolution, that talk is destroyed. Because the power and resolution only lasts as long as the generation. But guess what's about to happen, y'all? Not only did we get a chance. See, here's where it's funny.
We're about to get a new generation.
Look at Reaper. He's ahead of me. Look. Not only did we in this generation. Hold on, Reaper. What's this?
The gateway to that generation.
Well, I'll be damn. I'm done talking. He do exactly. Not only did we get to say power and resolution in this generation. Thank you, Phil Spencer, for letting that happen. We had a tape.
Yeah.
We not only didn't scream, we got power and resolution, but watch how we gonna scream next gen. Watch how we gonna scream next gen. That's right.
Games.
That's right. That's right. And it's gonna go right to what matters. Right to what matters. And you know what the big deal is? The big deal is not screaming games on PlayStation. Because PlayStation pretty much held their weight there. You know, that's facts.
Yeah.
If you're still screaming games for PlayStation in 2019, you're gonna be sounding stupid. Because that never was an option. But what are you gonna say? It's not about what PlayStation fans were able to say to us. It's about to what effect does it bring in the next generation? See, you will no longer be able to say games in the next generation. You'll no longer be able to say power and resolution. See, your talking points are over with. Yeah. So guess what it's going to come down to, y'all? See, I've been in a console war before. I know what the end looks like. I've seen it. Here comes the end, y'all. When no more talking points are available, guess what's left? The proof in the pudding. You think calling out gamertag matters now? Oh, they can hide now? They won't be able to hide next gen. See what I'm saying? The frauds will be exposed next gen. It was only so long. That's right. It was only so long that you can hide because I've been a part of them before. I know how it ends. It was only so long that you can talk about 1080p. Oh, power resolution. It's only so long you can do that. So when you go up to somebody now and be like, yo, what's your gamer tag? And they don't show it, you might as well stamp them fraud. Laugh at them, put their names up, disgrace them, laugh, do whatever you got to do. Because, yo, them talking points is over with now. It's going to be about what you got, what you putting up. That's the only thing that's going to matter.
It's going to basically matter on what you can give the consumer. What does the consumer see and worth in your product? And then that's where the real test comes in.
That's when the real test comes in, and the real test is about to come, y'all. And I'm gonna put it on this show. I'm sorry to say it. If you don't have the next Xbox, you're gonna be left behind. I'm here to say it right now because the Azure Cloud
and we tried
is something. We tried to tell you. Yeah, we
Well, we tried warning you. We tried to, you know, there's only so much that Microsoft will say, well,
what's gonna be quiet and take
next
this
time,
kicking?
That's
right.
I said he will not do that next time. Next time he's going to either fix the problem or he's going to utterly do the opposite of what Donnie did. And that's exactly what he did. Instead of excluding everybody, what he did was he implanted the X to give gateway to generation.
It was the gateway.
So if you already have this system, you're pretty much
set to go. Yeah. The next one is for the very, very pure elitists, which is me. I don't want to see another 30 frame per second game. But see, this X gets you.
This is for me too.
Right. This X
you're making
4K.
it for me, and I appreciate it.
Exactly. The X gets you 4K. It gets you everything. It gets you what you need as far as visuals and power. But the next one is top of the line. Don't come whining about how expensive it is. I don't want to. Nah, bro, sit your way down. If you can't get it, you just can't get it. You got an X, you got an X. See, the next one's gonna be about showing proof. It's gonna be about showing proof. It ain't. I don't care what you're saying over there. Oh, well, we got games. That's not even gonna be a talking point anymore. Because when these Xbox games come out, it's going to be hilarious when these Xbox games come out. And them other games ain't going to be talked about. Because I'm telling you right now, what Xbox has is revolutionary. It's redefining gaming. All the other consoles are just here. Why do you think what's redefining to Nintendo right now? A online community. They only have 8 million people on their line. So they don't even know what a true online experience is like we do.
They don't.
So what do you think's gonna happen? What do you think's gonna happen when they get a chance to get on live and experience some of these games?
I think Phil is gonna help Reggie. I think Phil is gonna help Reggie. That's what
he's gonna help him out.
Yeah, I think he's gonna help Reggie and teach Reggie what it means to be an adult gamer, not always based in kid world, which is Nintendo.
Right. Look. Now my man General said it. Look how everybody is changing for the better, right? Look how the other two are changing for the better. My man General used to say, I'm not a kid.
Sony that doesn't want to get along.
I can't.
Look how it's Sony that doesn't want to get along.
I can't get into Nintendo. Not the fact that it's Nintendo.
No, I can't.
But the fact that they won't grow up. Remember when you used to say that? I'm not a little kid anymore. So look what's happening. Look what's happening, General. Nintendo wants to grow up. They see what you saw. They see it, and they're saying, hey, we want to grow up. We want to change. We want to be daring. Here's Microsoft. You guys didn't believe in cloud computing. You want to know what's so beautiful about cloud computing? It's its software. Do you realize that the next console that comes out doesn't even have to rely on hardware graphics so hardly anymore? Because they can actually take the cloud compute and take all the stress out of the console. So the console can just do games just for the hell of it. Just so gracefully. That's why the 30 frames will be over with. Because these guys can do 60 frames per second games without even tripping. We're gonna have Microsoft has the bigger partnership deal with AMD. That's why their chip is called next generation and Sony's is not. I don't want to hear about, oh, well, our games look just as good as y'all's. No, it don't. No, they won't. Because there's going to be certain elements in your games and in your experience that you won't even have. You won't even be experiencing it. And the fact that you are willing to die down with your ship, I commend you. But let me tell you something that's foolish to me. If you claiming to be a gamer and you're willing to go with the weaker console, just because of the brand's sake, that's a fool.
Oh man, talk about it, bro.
That's a fool.
Talk about it, bro.
That is a fool,
bro. Yeah.
Because
a whole bunch of them out there, and they all on YouTube.
Because let me tell you what legal won't do, and let me tell you what legal has never done. Okay, and I've experienced all the consoles. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up in the era where you went across the street and played consoles. But here's what I'll never do.
No doubt.
Here's what I will never do.
Okay.
I will never sacrifice what I brought to the table in gaming over how many consoles I own. You will never hear me say that because that was never the case of being a gamer to begin with. You will never see legal belittle anybody because they don't have what I have. or you'll never see new legal belittle anybody because you can't afford what I can afford. All new legal is gonna tell you is this: you play on what you can afford. If you know what? Here's a significant value in that. There's people who may have only 5 games in their house, y'all.
Yeah.
And they're probably a person like me that has over 700 something games, right? But in those 5 games that they got, they can whoop me every single day. You know why?
You're right.
Because they got those games.
That's
all
they
got.
Yeah.
That's right.
They play.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. That's all they play.
And that's all they got, right? But that's all they got because that's all they can afford.
Yeah.
They're gamers, man. They're masters of what they got.
But the gamer plays everything. So the gamer can adjust to anything. It might take time, but they will adjust.
Oh, I see what T Reaper's talking about. T Reaper's not talking about. T Reaper's talking about what a gamer does. Well, he'll try it, Reaper. A gamer don't have to game on everything. Yeah, he has his preference. But like I said, I came from Gears.
If he doesn't like it, but he'll at least try it.
Here's his analogy, right? Here's his analogy. I come from the Gears of War community.
I might not perfect it, but I'll at least try it.
I'm coming from the Gears of War. I'm coming from the Gears of War community. But today I like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. 2 different games, 2 different elements.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? Yep. Because a gamer is willing to try.
Ouch.
That's the key word. Now, but a gamer is also knowledgeable. So you can't get me to try no PlayStation game. You have to lie to me because I already know what they bring to the table. And I can visually look at a PlayStation game. And let me tell you something. And I can visually look at a PlayStation game and tell you when they've done something remarkable. Look, the Order of 1886 was something remarkable, y'all. That game actually scared the hell out of me. I'm not going to lie to you. I said, oh, man, they done finally busted the doors down. This game could be an ultimate threat. Y'all don't realize how happy I was when that game ended up being garbage? Dude, that game scared the mess out of me. And you know what? That was Sony. No lie. I'm here to let y'all know that I was like, damn, they're fixing to shut me up. I'm about to get shut up. Right. Well, I'm going down with my ship. You know, that's how I was. Because, I know the console war. I love it. When you win and you lose, baby, it's nothing personal. But I was willing to go down with my ship, just like they were. But when it failed.
It's nothing. It's not a business. It's just good business. It's just good business is what it is. Right. Just good business. It's nothing personal. So those who got affected by our actions, we do apologize. But it's just good business. It's just nothing personal.
When that game failed, y'all, there was hope for Xbox because I said, man, boy, do y'all better come with it. And they did. They came with Recore. They came with Quantum Break. They let us know that they could do visuals, and that saved the day. That fall, they had Forza Horizon 2, which changed the racing game forever. Gears of War Ultimate Edition, Rare Replay. Dude, they made sure to clamp because that 2015 year was the year Sony screwed up. That was their year, man. That was their year.
That's true.
I'm telling you, they missed it with that game. That game was a visual masterpiece. Even though they had to cheat with it, it doesn't matter. You know what?
Yeah.
It does not matter what they had to do. Here's what they hit. This is what they did. Santa Monica made a great looking game. And that's all that matters.
Did,
I don't care if they use.
No.
You see what I'm saying?
Ready at Dawn made that game. Ready at Dawn made that game.
Okay. Right. Yeah, that's right. My bad. That's right. Ready at Dawn made that game. And it doesn't matter how they made it, look. They made it look good. And that was the only game that scared me. All the rest of the games didn't scare me, dude. All the rest of the games look the same. Horizon Zero Dawn looked like Uncharted. Uncharted looked like Tomb Raider. What else? Gran Turismo looks like Forza Horizon. I mean, not Forza Motorsport. Everything is biting. Now The Walking Dead. Now this Days Gone is nothing more than The Walking Dead. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man can't even get the Amazing Spider-Man suit. You got a Spider-Man game, and Marvel is saying, no, Sony, that's our suit. You can't put it in your video game. And so you're walking around with this marshmallow suit. Come on, man. Y'all got these old reject spaceship suits running around like you're Spider-Man. You're looking stupid. You got a Spider-Man game, but yet you can't wear the Amazing Spider-Man suit. in a Spider-Man game
Right.
now. I'm telling y'all, and
Yeah,
y'all
but
wonder why I don't have no
I-
PlayStation?
but
Y'all
I
wonder
think-
why I don't have no
think
PlayStation?
they actually- Yeah, but I think that update came out. I think you can now actually purchase that.
That game came out because it was still in that deal. It was still in that Marvel
Yeah,
Universe
yeah.
deal. That's why they can't wear the suit.
Right. I think the
Because
suit is
remember,
available
that game
now.
was being developed during Homecoming. Remember? It came out doing that. The Infinity War was still, I think, Infinity War was coming out, and that game was still being developed by then. You remember? So the deal was in place. The deals were in place, but you know, it's just games have to make sense. You know, what has you know, Microsoft brought out some original games, Recore, Sunset Overdrive, Rise Son of Rome, Dead Rising 3, but that wasn't a true original, but the way you play that game was original. Forza Horizon.
But to me, that's what Days Gone look like. Days Gone look like Walking Dead on some Dead Rising 3 type stuff.
I know. I hate to say it, but damn, he's right, man. It's sad.
Thank you, sir.
It doesn't even make sense. Like how do you?
But Microsoft
they get mad at us because
credit,
we're not
man.
excited. Like, are we supposed to be? We've been doing this. Look, when Spider-Man came out on PlayStation 4, right? I said, what's the big deal? We've been doing this. We had Sunset Overdrive. The same way you see Spider-Man running across that building, we was doing it, and we were just playing a normal human character. Wasn't no superhero. Wasn't no superhero characters to that. We were just a normal character doing the same type of running, same type of stuff.
Right.
So it's just like where I'm at now in my gaming, I don't have to validate where I don't have to tell a donkey, look, your game doesn't do anything, or your game, they know it doesn't. Just like they can't tell me Xbox games ain't great. Either you're lying to me. Because in actuality, you want your games like our games. And Sony knows that. That's why they're changing and Microsoft isn't. You can't sit here and tell us that Microsoft always trying to get first party games. Are you serious? We've been at them. Son of Rome was a first party game. Sunset Overdrive. No, not Sunset Overdrive. Let me see. Hold on.
Recore.
Hold on. Recore. Quantum Break. Ori and the Blind Forest. And these were all before they started yelling that we didn't have them. What else? I know there's some more. Forza Motorsport. Well, to a degree.
That was a classic. That was a classic. No. That's first party.
Yeah, to a degree.
To a degree. Microsoft.
Right. What else? I know there's another one. What else? What else is it? Oh, the Tomb Raider series. You can't sit there and tell me, you can't sit there and tell me that we don't have single player experiences. We have them. The thing is this. What makes our first player experiences good is that there's always an option. Now, you can either go
multiplayer.
Right. Or you have by choice of co-op. The co-op is always a choice. But that doesn't make the game co-op. Look at I forgot Cuphead. Look at Cuphead. Cuphead was a single player.
Classic.
But look what
Too hard.
And look what
That's a classic.
Right. And look what they did. They made it into a co-op. You know, you can actually do Halo. Halo can be a first-person player, but guess what? It has an option. You can actually do co-op. We always had that option. These are the things that don't get talked about. You know, the favorite dumb line. You guys are arguing over plastic. The famous dumb line. These consoles are not plastic.
So
never take.
It has value.
Right. Never ever take the front view at heart. Never take the book by its cover, right? So what's inside that console, like I said, is motherboards, resistors, capacitors, circuitry, wires. And what's in those things is where the console war is at. The console war wasn't about how many games a console has and resolution. The console war was all about what this console can put out. It's what's inside this console is what puts out what we can see on this TV. So we're not arguing over plastic. We're arguing over capabilities. It's always been about capability. You see what I'm saying? So once again, the new legal don't listen to casual language. Like Reaper says, oh, I understand it.
Listen to casual language.
Right. Oh, I get it, but I just don't communicate with it. You see what I'm saying? I don't talk that way.
I dig it.
You know, and there's certain ways, there's certain things. You know,
and then you also gotta understand what happens if you address someone who doesn't talk that way. You're gonna get two responses. You're gonna get the smart response, or you're gonna get the nice response. Some of us don't deal that way no more, so we'll automatically just deal with the smart response.
The smart response. Right. Yeah, because there's no. Look, man, there's no reasons to get into long debates with an idiot, right? We can have good talks, but when it just gets stupid, you know what I'm saying? Just leave it alone, because then you're the one looking stupid, especially if you already made the point. If you already made the fact check point, just leave it alone, because your adversary already knows you did it to him. And look, one thing I can't stand, you know, General came in, boy, he came in with it, didn't he, Reaper? But one thing I can't stand, man, I can't stand a person using gaming for propaganda, man. I can't stand that, bro. You know, I can't stand it. And I think the Xbox community has too many of that, because here's the thing. Let's be honest, y'all. The Xbox community isn't as big as the PlayStation community, okay? That's facts, all right?
No, it's not.
But and so when it's hard, y'all. And look, man, y'all never seen legal run over to a PlayStation community and dog it out and rag out on it and talk about other people who are leaders in the PlayStation community. Never seen me do it. Reaper, have you seen me do it?
Nope.
General, have you seen me do it?
Because we know who those people are.
Well, not just that. But not just that, Reaper.
Some of us have like cordial relationships with them, so like we want to be nice. If we can, we be nice. If not, you know, then that's kind of where everything gets out of hand.
Well, here it is, Reaper. I don't know none of them. None of them has been to my house. I've never broke bread with them. They never sat at my table. They ain't never did. I don't have their phone number. So as far as I'm concerned, I don't know none of them. I don't play the social network, high school BS, right? So because I don't know them, respect is earned, not given, right? So you'll never see me over bashing them for no reason. And I expect the same respect, because I can respect the fact that they're PlayStation fans and they're holding their shit down. I can respect that. Why? Because legal's doing the same thing over here. How can I diss what I'm doing? I'm doing that. So how can I diss how can I diss the counterpart? But what I do is I stand on my own 10 and I defend what I'm holding. That's the difference. I can defend what I'm holding. I can block their shots. When they come with them shots, get that stuff out of here. I can do that. And that's the part about it that we need true defenders. Yes, I have a YouTube channel. We're going to keep it real in here tonight. Yes, I have a YouTube channel. But I'm not selling my YouTube channel out because I think the Xbox community ain't supporting me strong enough, so I need to start talking about PlayStation so I can try to get some likes or start doing this and start doing that. Legal's not fixing to do that.
Go ahead.
Legal ain't fixing to do that, T. Reaper. Ain't gonna do it, General. Legal's gonna stay 100% green, baby. You see what I'm saying? I ain't switching up, man. I don't have no reason to.
Man's preaching the gospel, boy.
I got the games. Yo, I got the games. So look, I ain't gotta sit up here and front on nobody, and I damn sure not gonna front on myself. Look, anybody that knows, go on my channel. I'm putting out new releases. I'm putting out content, and I go to work every day. I'm grinding because I care. It's not the fact that because I care for what people have done for me, and I care about what people told me and inspired me to get into these things, and I care because people actually reached in their pockets and put money out. You know, I tell people this over and over again. So I care.
People also invest.
Yep, they invested. I got my man Ziggy over here come out of nowhere. And he just wants to be a person that pushes forth the Resident Evil series. So he hits me up and says, hey, you want to run with me? I'm like, yeah. He says, no. Want to do this on Di-RREC Gaming. What? Innocent bystander.
Wow.
I want to do this on Di-RREC Gaming, man, because I like what you do. So here I am, here Ziggy. I tell Ziggy, well, hell, it's your show. Narrate it. And here's Ziggy narrating it. But you want to know something? I met Ziggy during the State of Decay 2 era. Him and Goon. I mean, him and Goofy.
Wow.
And guess what? They are my highest viewers. When I was with them, Goofy was already on level map 3. People didn't know what to do. I met these cats, and Goofy's helping the whole community. He's out there telling people.
Wow.
I was a witness to it, and people were flocking to us. These young kids, man. You know what I'm saying? My highest view count came from them. So how could I ever turn my back on those guys? How? How can I be fake
some
to
of
those
them
guys?
actually do enjoy us. Some of them do enjoy what you say.
There you go, Reaper.
You
And it's just those few. Right.
And as long as you have, an
them out.
audience that makes it worthwhile.
That's right. That's all it is to me. That's right. That's all it is to me. I got a family in the DX mansion. I got a family on Twitter. I got a family on Facebook. Yo, they may not be 15,000. You know, I don't need it. I don't have to have it like that for it to be real. Yo, but I have them. No. And it's an honor to have you soldiers with me today. True Xbox fans. I can talk my Xbox talk with y'all. I don't have to waver. And yes, both of you guys were previous own PlayStation fans. Yo, that don't stop it. Yo, just because I never own one, that don't mean y'all don't know what y'all talking about. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
That don't mean nothing. But I do know this. That's right, but I do know this.
Gamers. Yeah.
I've never heard anybody talk. Okay, for instance, Hebot's the type of person that's a historian, right? He can tell you about.
He's a retro cat.
He's a retro cat. He's the kind of cat that can talk. He's the kind of cat when you have an old, and I'm not saying old for him because he's not that old. But when you talk about old people like your great cousins or your grandparent, you know, you may have a younger grandparent out in their 70s. No, really, in their 70s. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Either a great cousin or a young grandparent, right? That are into telling you about your family tree. And they tell you about generations, they tell you about who's your relative and things like that. That's Hebot in the gaming industry, right? He could tell you the consoles when they came out, how the culture received them, and things like that. So when you want to know about the culture of the gaming industry, you can always go to Hebot, and he can tell you those things, right? Now watch this.
Yeah.
Out of all of that, now watch it. Right, because we lived through them. Now I'm good at telling you about the arcade scenario because that's where I was birthed from. I can't always tell you every console, but I'm an arcade kid. I live there.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So each one of us bring an element, right? But let me tell you something about the General, Reaper. Let me tell you why the General has his own show on Di-RREC Gaming. Because I've never heard anybody talk about the corporated side of it. This cat here, this dude used to call me up. I'd be at work. And this is why he got a show, and he be talking. Now, everybody knew the General for just being sporadic. He'll shut it down. Shut up, that stupid stuff, that kid stuff. And everybody got a perception. Look, Reaper, we know about these things. People grow a perception about you off of social media. They don't really take the time to think,
because they read what you say. Because they read what you say, and you see celebrities getting into the same issue. They read they watch what you say.
Right,
they don't understand that about this culture now. You don't understand that about that, but we do because we birthed it. That's the concept.
What I'm saying is they don't understand that that's not him when he's off the computer. That's him when he's on the computer. You see what I'm saying? He's not that same. If you're in a gaming group and we're talking mess, that's not us in reality. In reality, he goes to work. He's in his independent filming industry, and he's being who he is. You know, out there in the streets of New York. He ain't bringing Simp Hawk to the streets of New York. Simp Hawk lives on Xbox Live. The New Legal lives on Xbox Live. The T-Reaper lives on Xbox Live. You know what I'm saying? We actually have a life. We actually go to work. We actually pay bills. So you have to be able to be smart enough to decipher. And let me give a shout out to all those who were able to decipher the New Legal on Facebook. When they would hit me up in my inbox and be like, boy, you a fool. You just cutting up because you want to get a reaction. I'd be like, you figured me out, man. And they like, man, you crazy. And this was coming from PlayStation fans who figured me out.
Yeah.
They just don't they said it. They just don't get it. I'm like, nope.
Some
they don't.
PlayStation fans are really smart, but you have to know the right generation of PlayStation
have to know the right
in order
ones.
to know which one's smart.
Yeah.
You gotta know which generation they're from. And if they're from the right generation, then they're actually pretty smart because they're just like us. They're OG.
Right.
They know everything. They know everything.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just a mirror image of us.
The reason why I know T Reaper is 100% right. The reason why I know you're 100% right, and this won't kill you because I never said this before. I don't think I have on Di-RREC Gaming. But I can pick up the phone right now. This is gaming. This is how you know I'm who I say I am. I can pick up the phone right now and call my teacher of the gaming industry. I have the person that taught me how to play on the arcade sticks. I can call him up right now and have a conversation with him. Guess what he is? He's a pro donkey, and he'll laugh here, but he's just PlayStation fan now. But he's a right, and so we're two of the opposites. But guess what? He's in the DX mansion doing what? Showing support for his little brother. And you don't ever hear him barking at me. See what I'm saying? You'll never hear him barking at me. But sometimes when I make him mad, when it's too much good news in Xbox, I make him mad. He'll call me. He'll still call me. Man, y'all beating it up now. He'll tell me that y'all going in there too. I'll be laughing. But you see what I'm saying? People think they know you when they don't know you. You see what I'm saying? The person that taught me is a PlayStation fan before PlayStation even came out. You see what I'm saying? He was at my house when I was rocking the tournaments. He was one of those that were helping me out. So yeah, you know, when I heard my man, the General, talk like he talked, it blew me away. I said, yo, first it was a laughing matter. Yo, man, you need to get your voice heard. General laughing off. Nah, man, you know. I said, nah, bro. You know, you've done your studies. You done research, bro. You know people names and dude, I learned something listening to you. Ah, man, nah.
Yeah.
So one day,
even
he was in a party chat.
I agree with people. I still learn something. I still learn. It's a learning curve.
Yo,
it's a learning.
this.
You learn from others who have done it before and will do it again.
But that's always
Here's where we come
culture,
from.
Man.
It's always been. That's
look.
what
Here's where me and the
Yeah.
General come from. General was sitting up here talking to me one day, and he didn't even know it. I done set up my microphone, and I'm like, yo, man, you want to talk some Xbox? He's all down for it. So I put him on record, and I pushed my phone up to my microphone as best as I could. This is how we started out. And when he was done, I told him, yo, I recorded you. He was like, get out of here. I'm like, nah, bro. And I'm going to figure out a way to get it out there because people need to hear you. The first session we had, I think we had little audio issues. But you know what people said? They were shocked to know it was him. When I told everybody, yo, how'd you like it? Yeah, we liked it. It was just barely we could hear it. But who was that? You know, who'd you have? And when I told them it was him, they couldn't believe it. You see what I'm saying? And me and the General started out by phone. Remember those days, General? Phone
Yes,
and
sir.
that microphone. We couldn't,
Yeah,
you know,
remember
we were audio
remember the days
tests.
where everybody was on those like the Skype? Yeah, that's what it was called. Skype.
Yeah.
See, that thing
Right.
is so ancient to me now. I don't remember what it's called. See, that's how ancient that technology is now.
Bro, we used to get so frustrated. Y'all don't know why the General says, give me that box so I can check it. There was so many times we didn't check that box. You guys don't know nothing about that. Man, our best shows you didn't hear. Y'all didn't hear them. See what I'm saying? That's the part, man. And we can't get that back. Because we speak from the gut, y'all. We speak from the heart. None of this stuff is rehearsed. And I'm gonna be 100 today, Reaper. The reason we doing this show again, because one of those failed today. I'm telling y'all, I heard Reaper on another level this morning. And for some reason, his mixer cut out and all that. We couldn't get it back. But we're doing this. We did this over again the best we could, but it's nowhere where it should have been with him as a solo. Not press start in credits, but as a guest from Live for the Streets. Because I would have had 2 good shows today. My man hit me up. General hit me up. I'm like, yo, we would have had 2 shows today.
I can recreate the magic. It's all up here. It's all up in my head.
Right.
I can recreate. You just gotta ask the questions.
I'm gonna let my man rest up. I'm gonna let him rest up. You know what I'm saying? We got a good day. I'm glad the General came through. He came through.
Oh yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? I got him down. This is a special edition, man, because I haven't been able to rock with my man. The last time he called me up, I messed that up. I was tired that day and fell asleep. Forgot all about him. You know, so I want to put this dude down as a special edition. Our very first guest ever on Press Start in Credits, T Reaper. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful for B More for coming up in here, being a part of the co-op. Lethal B More up in here, rocking with me on the co-op. He's quiet, but he's in here. Got the general up in here, and it got the Xbox community up in here. And you know, we had Irish Maniac stopping by on Mixer, and we're just thankful, y'all. That's what it is, man.
Yeah.
We're just thankful. We're just humble that whenever anybody comes up, like Reaper said, and just cares to chat with us, there's some people that just care. And for those people that just care, yo, me and Reaper had one guy to come in and follow the show and said, man, what hurt us, okay, I'm going to keep it real. What hurt us was because that guy was in there watching the show, and Reaper was on fire to the point where that guy literally said, yo, this is some good stuff. Y'all need to do a podcast. He didn't know what to say. Y'all need to do a podcast or something, man. And you know what he said? I'm mad because I have to leave. But man, when I come back, I wish I could come back. And I told him, yo, we'll finish out the show. I told him where to go because I was gonna put it on YouTube. And then the day he started having live issues, man, and we lost the video. So to that guy, I want to say, you gonna get your worth again. We're gonna try to spark Reaper back up. We're gonna get him back on his zone because Reaper General was on that Xbox zone.
Woo!
Boy, he was tearing it up, man.
No, like, well, this morning you asked me what made me a gamer. You want to ask that question again?
What made you a gamer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, there he is. Go ahead. What made you a gamer, man? Go ahead. We'll get a little interview about it. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
Okay. Well, my gaming days began really early in the early 1990s.
Beautiful year.
On like
Beautiful
remember those Dell laptops that had those little red buttons in the middle of them, and they were so antique it wasn't even funny. Yeah, that's where my journey began.
Who influenced you to get into that? Who was the biggest influencer?
It turned out to be a tech dude that turned into be my stepdad, and he's been my stepdad of 23 years.
That's it, man.
Wow.
So, that's how it works.
Yeah.
All right. Right on.
Yeah.
So he got you on that laptop. That was what was the game, man?
Yeah. And the game was a Lion King math game. If I remember, was when Lion King came out. This was right after that came out. It was a Lion King math game. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That was my first thing that I ever touched as a child.
It had all the voices.
Yeah.
All the voices. I remember that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then it was Quake, and then it was Doom, and then it was Wolfenstein 3D, and then it was CS:GO, and then it was RuneScape, and then over time, my body could no longer do what PC reaction is required to do. It killed itself, and that's kind of like everybody. Like I've told this story a couple times. When I was 21, because that was the one thing my mother hated about gaming was the fact that I legitimately never left the Xbox. I never left gaming, and that's what a lot of parents have to have a big issue with gaming as a whole. It doesn't get your kids off the couch. But I would argue, are they in prison? Are they committing crimes? Are they doing anything? Or are they safe and having fun and enjoying themselves to the fullest?
Yep.
And all you have a problem with is they're looking at a screen. Why does that bother you?
Right.
Why?
Right.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong? I'm almost 30, and I can tell you I've been staring at a screen for a good portion of my life. I'm not dead yet.
Right.
My eyes didn't go yet.
Right.
My eyes are still there.
Right.
My reaction is no longer there. That's the difference, and that's what everybody kind of needs to understand. Is eventually the body evolves beyond what you can naturally do.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the problem becomes you have to, sometimes we never grow out of this hobby that we grow to love as kids. Sometimes it's a life hobby. But there's a difference between a gamer who's committed for life and one who's committed, just to have fun. They don't spend as much.
Right. There you go. That's it. And then you know what? You're gonna get the two definitions today. That's the difference between being a player and a gamer. Two definitions. There you
I'm
go.
You gotta put that
Right,
investment
right.
inside that hobby that you love so much.
That's right.
See,
that's right.
I bet if I ask any gamer that's true to their word how much they've spent on their hobby, I bet in an instant they could tell me, because that's
Right.
something you memorize.
That's right. That's right.
But the
you don't have to
the
second
ones
guess
who
that.
but the ones who just play for fun and just play to pass time, they don't keep track of that because it's not really that important to them.
Yeah, they're just playing the game.
I could say
Right.
on the Xbox One, games alone, if you're talking Ultimate Editions and things like that,
Yeah.
maybe like
This is an
5,000.
expensive hobby. This
I
is
know
an
it's crazy,
expensive
ain't it?
hobby. I
It's
repeat,
crazy,
this
bro.
is an
All the
expensive hobby.
controllers I
Do
bought,
not
yeah.
start it
Right.
if you cannot attempt to actually
You're
complete
right.
what you're doing.
But you know
That's
what,
why
Reaper?
there's different. That's why there's
What's up,
different
General?
tiers throughout history, though.
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
the
but you
people
know
that
what,
like to
Reaper?
go out. There's the people that like to spend only $400, $500 on a gaming entertainment system. There's people that
Yeah.
only like to play handheld entertainment. You know,
Right,
the
but-
culture has
but-
evolved so much from what it was, and that's the
But real
problem
talk-
because they weren't expect for the spin out.
Right. But real talk, this is a lifestyle, man. Like, let me
It
ask
is.
you something.
Well,
Can y'all-
no,
can
I
y'all tell-
I would say it
but-
can
but-
be a lifestyle. I would say it can
No,
be a
no,
lifestyle.
it is.
There's-
Well, I'm saying it's a lifestyle. I'm not talking about a priority, but it is a lifestyle. Like, let me ask you something. Can't you tell when you need a new joystick? Can't you
Right.
tell
Yeah.
when you playing a game like, yo,
Right.
this analog not working, or this is
Right.
too stiff,
That's
or
when it becomes
you know
a
what, maybe I
lifestyle.
need to.
That's right.
That's
Yeah,
when it
Because
becomes
it's
lifestyle.
like having an oil change.
Wait.
Another sense.
You know when it's time to get an oil change. You know when it's time to
Yeah,
get a new, right. New,
you know
that's
when
right.
You know,
you know when it's time to get a new
upgrade.
car. Right.
There's terminology. There's terminology to this thing, man.
Good
We
stuff,
all
yo.
know the difference.
Good
I'm talking
talk.
about something like
Right.
a casual may not know, right? We know the
Right,
difference between a Twitch shooter, a first-person shooter, and a third-person shooter.
Wow. We
We know
talked
the
about that
difference.
this morning. Yup. We do,
You know what
man.
I'm saying? Yeah, it's like
When
there's terminology
everybody
to this,
asks us
man.
about Apex Legends or PUBG or Fortnite, we know what a BR is. We just say we
Right.
just don't like BRs.
Battle Royale,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
But
right.
if you don't know what BRs mean, that's not our fault. That's not our fault
Right.
that you don't know
Exactly.
that.
Right.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And you know,
But it's a lifestyle, man. It's a
BRs
lifestyle.
ain't for everybody. Just like SHMPs. If you don't know what that is,
But then
I can't help you.
But then
You know
I
what
would
I'm saying?
argue. But then I would argue if you don't know what that is, politely ask. Say what do you
There
mean
you
by
go.
BR? And then we'll nicely respond. Battle Royale.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. What's SHMUPs?
Single,
You know what that is.
Single, what is that? Single,
Y'all know what that is. Come
I'm in
on
this-
now. That's my what's
I'm
my
in this
weakness,
damn,
man?
I'm in this,
What's my weakness?
I'm in
man?
this arrow fight.
They shoot. That's right. Shoot them up.
Shoot.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we go off those abbreviations. And
Yeah.
you know, it's just the way we do it. It's just the way we break it down. You know what I'm saying?
But even
everybody
other
knows what-
terminologies, right? We know what 60 frames per second is. 30, like
Right.
somebody parent might not know what's the
But no.
difference between 30 frames per second, 60 frames per second.
Exactly.
We know it's about frames and flow.
Right.
A parent might not
right.
understand what the ESRB is for. They might not understand that the
Exactly.
game has a rating content attached to it. So
HDR.
what you're buying for your children is not actually
Yeah.
healthy for
You know
that
what I mean?
children.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So
That's
so
right.
And then
to me,
they want to blame the gaming industry for
But it's
corrupting
marked
their
right
child.
there because they don't know.
But
Yeah.
but it's marked.
'Cause they
But
were
it's
ignorant.
marked there, and you
That's
chose
right.
to ignore. You chose
just
to ignore
ignorant, didn't know what it
responsibility,
was.
and that was your
Right.
choice. And that was
Yeah.
your choice. So it's not the
right.
gaming industry's fault. It's not even gaming's
Right.
fault in general. It's your fault for being the bad
Yeah,
parent,
because you're the adult.
irresponsible parent, and getting the child something they
Exactly.
should not have.
Is it
Yeah, you're right.
bad that we have a grocery
Is it-
not a convenience store that has smokes in it, and then you go
Yeah,
in
you're right.
there, you buy the
Dirty
smokes, and then you get
magazines.
lungs.
Yeah, dirty
magazines.
magazines and
No,
things like that. Yeah.
that's what he wants in his business. Nobody told you to go up in there and buy the damn shit.
Exactly.
You chose to do it yourself.
You did that.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So be responsible. Yo, and be a responsible gamer. You around your kids, just like I just did. I cuss. My kids ain't around me, and I don't cuss on my show. But I wanted to keep it street. I wanted to keep it real, right?
Right.
But look,
Yeah.
my kids ain't around me. So I don't be doing all that stuff when I'm gaming and going on, because what I want to show
Yeah.
them is that gaming is fun. You should never be, you know, look, when we was coming up, we threw our controllers. We threw them. We slammed them down. Yeah.
I broke plenty. I broke plenty.
But you know what? General? They don't make them like they used to. So this stuff is expensive, bro. I'm not throwing my controller.
They definitely don't. They definitely don't.
And,
My
you know,
Sega Genesis. My Sega
maybe
Genesis
in our
a lot of
maybe in our
bad
younger years, we're not the ones that had to pay for the said material, so we
That's
didn't understand
right.
how expensive it was.
There
you
you
right,
go. Didn't appreciate it until we bought it.
That's
right.
So then when you actually became individual gamers and you're no longer
you
in
babied
mommy
that
and daddy's
bad
basement
boy.
no more,
That's right.
you are your own gamer now.
Your own
That
keeper.
is the
That's it.
realization that you have to. If any one of you is playing on a family tag, realize in future that tag might not be yours. So you might have to start all over again from scratch. So people, you got million gamer score? Well, guess whose tag that really was? That was really Daddy's tag. And he did that to you on purpose. So therefore, you have to start from zero.
That's real.
So therefore, you're getting played and you don't even know
General.
it. And it's kind of funny to us because it happens to us.
Yo, General, Reaper talking about million gamer scores, y'all. We ain't, do it. You know what? We gonna get on that right now. You know, one thing that doesn't... One thing that doesn't impress me, man, and look, I'll just keep it real, man. This is me. I'm speaking for myself.
Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
Hey, man, what doesn't impress me is when I see people who elaborate that on their gamer score, right? And they not really telling you how they got it. But we're not stupid. You know what I'm saying? If you're getting that, well, no, it's not even an if. You got that by way of indie games, you know. And if you're proud sponsor of not having a life and played indie games to get those little cheap, quick, fast, priority express gamer scores, then let's clap for them right now. Let's clap for them right now.
Are you talking about getting achievement points and a pro?
Right.
Like that.
Are you are you proud that you can have enough Microsoft rewards to buy your own stuff?
Man. Right. That ain't gaming, man.
Now look, man.
Now you can't play Barbie's Vacation and get 1,000 gamer points, man. That's not. No. We ain't doing that. We not doing that, bro. We not doing that. No. Some things got to be.
Right.
Yeah, some things got to be put to rest now. It don't make no damn sense now. Oh hell no.
Right.
You can't tell me
man.
you have a million gamer score, and I look behind it, and it's all indie arcade speedrun titles.
And
I'm
what
like,
was
bro,
that? And what was that thing that you could do?
You
remember that thing that you could do that you could get?
You didn't earn that. That was a movie experience. It wasn't bro.
What was those things, man, that you could use back then? What was the things that you could use back then, man, where it gave you those achievements? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Reaper. Or you know what I'm saying? That quick, the way you could get it quickly. You remember? You know what I'm talking about?
Microsoft points.
No, it was actually a game that you could play it over and over again and get them.
Yeah, well, there was tons of games. They had an entire library of them.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
these are on the 360. They had an entire library of them. You could legitimately buy games for $1, and you would have 1,000 gamer score.
There you go.
Yeah, they don't do that. I don't think they do that no more.
No, not anymore.
You're right.
But don't let these people fool you, man. Don't let these people fool y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't let these people fool y'all, man.
Hey. But yo, real talk. To me, when I give you your respect, when I see that you see the end of Red Dead Redemption 2. You know what I'm saying? That's what
you gonna give me my respect.
You a handshake.
You gonna give me my respect today, because I'm gonna go on and do it.
Red Dead Redemption 2, you live somebody's life. You know what I'm saying? Like that game is long, but it's fun.
That long.
It's epic.
I took 3 days.
Right.
I took 3 days of that straight doing it.
Right.
That's where it was worth. That's why it should be Game of the Year. It's not because it wasn't better than Kratos versus Loki.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not the reason.
Right.
The reason is because it took effort.
It was well complete,
right?
Oh man,
it was a well-designed product.
There you go.
It was something that didn't cut corners, that didn't have horrible storytelling, that didn't rip off a story in and of itself to use. It was original, and that's why a majority of everybody said Game of the Year. But everybody was like, nope, we got to give God awards due because it's got to be the favorite. It's got to be this. So they did what? They gave it the Game of the Year in all but name. And Jeff was mad. Jeff was mad. Jeff didn't
such a bum.
What is it, General?
I was saying that yeah, when I first met New Legal, and you always have that moment as a gamer, like, yo, well, how this dude get down? You know, what's his thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what he really nice at? Man, this dude is a Gears of War freaking god, yo. Every time I saw new achievements come out, I was like, yo, this dude, he get the new achievement. It was one time he posted something on Facebook like, oh, so-and-so, the characters came out. Oh, yeah, or something like that. Yo, I mean, and then online, he's nasty with it. I've seen video, like, oh, my gosh, man, how many kills he get. Yo, like, that's a gamer, man. He got, I mean, if I'm right, you got every achievement in Gears of War except one.
I did all of them except for the fourth one. And what's funny? What's funny?
That thing. That's what
What's funny is the Gears of Wars. They put out little quests for you to do. You know, like you have to, in order to get these achievements, you have to do these things. And there's some of them where it involves community, right? And you actually have to jump servers. Okay. You have to jump servers. So literally, you have to. Here's the trick to it. You have to get somebody that's nice enough to do it for you, or it's impossible. See what I'm saying? And what shows, what the reason why Gears of War, and I respect them for these kind of achievements, because unless you've been in the Gears of War community, I wish you guys would have known me when I was running with my Voltron crew. Shout out to Voltron crew. Yeah. Because what we did on Gears of War 3, was remarkable. I came in. I was away from my family, right? I'll never forget it. I was in Champaign, Illinois. I was 30 minutes away.
Champaign, Illinois.
Yep. I was close to my great kinfolks. Didn't even know it. 30 minutes away. And I had hit my mother up and my grandmother up at the time. And
all right.
Hey, yo, thanks, Shaka. Yo,
hey, Shaka,
let's follow Shaka. I need to follow him. Oh man, I need to follow him. But I had hit my mother and my grandmother up at the time. And Shaka, if I hold on, man, because I want to make sure I follow you, bro. Oh, there he is. Good, I got you. Good, follow. There we go, brother. So thank you for following me. Yo, right back to you, fam. I got you. Right. So I hit them up, let them know where I was at. That's when my mother was like, you got kinfolk 30 miles ahead of you. And I was bored because I was working in the wind industry. And I was bored. Okay. So I remember watching TV in my hotel suite. Okay. And the premiere of, well, before that, I'm sorry. Before I left home, 3 months prior to, I went to a local gaming store. Not GameStop, but a locally owned one, right? Went in there, got the yapping. Got you. A mom and pop shop. Was telling these cats, yo, I didn't even know y'all was in the hood. I'm just coming in here to support, seeing what y'all doing, you know, and I was trying to get support, and the guy was like, yo, appreciate your energy, man. He was like, yeah. I said, I'm about to get sent out. You know, I'm about to go up north to do a little contract job. And the homeboy was like, yo, what console you play? I was like, no doubt, the 360. He was like, hell yeah. He was like, look. He's like, you heard about Gears of War 3 coming out? I was like, yo, I have, but I was like, what's up? He was like, yo, I got this code for you. He was like, it's going to be this dude called Aaron Griffin. Ice-T is doing the voice. I was like, get out of here. He was like, nah, I'm going to give you this code because
Griffin,
he said, Microsoft gave us, look, this is what the dude said. When we opened up the store and when we ordered the 360s, they said Microsoft gave us these codes. Gave us these codes before it even came out. He says, look, you go up into Facebook. You lock it up because he's got a Facebook thing. It's not even popping yet, but I already gave you the code to do it. So when you get your 360, just put this code in, and he says you'll never lose the character, right?
Wow.
So when the console was coming out, I was up in Champaign, Illinois, and I'll never forget it. I said, you know what? I've never been to a midnight release, and I was like, you know, it's time for me to, you know, to see what all the hype is about. So I went to the biggest Best Buy there because I was all by myself. I was riding out midnight. I went up there, man. I was in a line, had a big line. I went through all of that. Went up in there. They had the Microsoft representatives there. Had the keychains. That's how I got my little limited edition Xbox controller on my lanyard. T-shirts and all that.
Okay,
So so I come up in there because I had big money then. I come up in there like I was, like here I am, Superfly or I was Pimp C up in here. So I'm coming up in here and they asking me, yo, what console you getting? A lot of people was like, give me that one, the regular ones, give me that one. So I said, yo, I want the special limited edition one. I want everything. And you know what they did? They stopped and looked at me. I said, give me everything.
Wow.
Dude said, yo.
What?
Dude said, barely hear y'all. The gameplay is super loud. What?
What?
My game ain't even on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, man, my game ain't even on. That's weird, man. It's acting crazy, Shaka.
I don't got no sound, yo.
Yeah, we ain't got no sound. No, he's in here. Yeah, I'm here. Everybody's here. Yo, I'm bouncing. Make sure your TVs are turned down. But Shaka, we are in the beta, man, and I can't tell you what's going on. So I'll probably just back out of this beta. Let me go home real quick.
Volume is down, but it might be
Don't
the
worry,
headset that
don't
you
worry,
hear.
Shaka. We right here. Let me. Yeah, it's something. Yo, Dre, go to your mixer and check the. Dre, go to your mixer and check the volume because sometimes it acts up on the mixer side. We just want to make sure we're clear.
Yeah.
At all times. Okay, it'll pop up.
He's strong, boy.
Because I was in co-stream, but I can get out of that. We're not co-streaming no more. You can hear me now? Okay. So are we clear? Everybody talk. So
I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's on his side. It's on his side. Something. Are we real loud? Can you hear? Yeah, you can hear us clear, right? Yeah, something's wrong, man. Shock. It does that sometimes, and we apologize, man. It's weird sometimes. But I went and grabbed it, man, and got all that stuff. It cost me about $600 something. It cost me about as much as a PlayStation 3. That's the joke. That's the joke right there. It cost me about as much as a PlayStation 3, right? So I brought it back to my room. Oh, T Reaper is loud. Okay, yo.
Yeah, T Reaper said it.
Yeah. It's the Kingdom Hearts volume.
It's the Oh, you gotta turn that down. Yeah, you gotta turn that down. You gotta go in your settings, bro.
Yeah. I have to go into my settings and turn it down by game. But I have to get out of the. I have to get out of the seat that I'm stuck in, because it can only be turned down by the actual game. Because I can't pause it.
Okay, so when you get. All right, well, don't say nothing yet then. Okay, but I went in there, man. I got it. I hooked it up. I'm bouncing, yo. Whoever, keep me away from that TV or whatever. All right, here we go. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. No, you good. But I went in, hooked everything up, y'all. Put the code in, and I'll never forget. I had them, and people were hitting me up like, yo, they thought I was a developer or something. I was like, nah. So where'd you get that from? Nobody believed me. I was like, yo, I got it from here. So a couple of people would ask me, and they was good sports, and I told them where to go. And they were like, thanks. And that's how I started building up my friendship, right? But I didn't give it out to a lot of people. But I never played with anybody else. And yeah, it sure is. And I was getting my end whoop, y'all. I mean, the Gears community is vicious. I didn't start out being great. I was getting my handed to me, right, Shaka? Just getting torn up. And I'll never forget it because look, I have the proof. I can go to Gears of War. I can go to Gears of War right now. Gears of War 3. Open up my record, and I can show you my record. And I had about 2,000 something losses before I got good. Before it just clicked. It took me 2,000 butt whoopings, man. Okay, it took me about 2,000 butt whoopings. And man, when it clicked, I mean something just clicked. And I clicked. So I was looking for a team. I was like, yo, I need a team because I keep getting whooped. So I had to get a team. So I would go over to the rank, and I started winning in the ranks. I actually started winning in the ranks. And those guys kind of talked bad to me, you know, because I really didn't have a team. But I was
Right.
getting MVPs and I was still pulling my weight. So it dawned on me. I said, you know what? These dudes are making videos. They're trash because these were the dudes that were making videos. I'm over here whooping them and I'm a nobody. I was like, these dudes are trash. Same thing what Reaper was talking about. Same thing you was talking about. The wrong people speaking for the community.
Yep.
I experienced that real hand. These dudes were fronting because they had computers. They could get their message out. But in the real setting, when you actually play them, they trash. So. So then I was like, yo, I know these dudes. These dudes got YouTube shows, right? So I started sending them messages like, yo, you dudes are lying. That ain't how you play. You know what I'm saying? They were hating me. So they kind of attacked me. When I come in, they would attack me, you know, put the beat down on me. So I said, you know what, I'm out of here. I told them, y'all all punks. So I didn't realize that in the ranks, people were losing. People were leaving the rank, and the rank community started dwindling. So I went and sent them a message. See, about 360, man, you know how you could do that preferred player? So I was preferring a lot of them, so I would never forget them. So I would send them messages. Yo, won't y'all, if y'all so good, won't you come to the quick play? This is where everybody's at. Y'all can't win over here. Right. Why did I bait them? I baited them. They started coming over there, man, and I was tearing them up. Because it didn't matter if you won or lost over there, right? It wasn't as a rank, so they, you know, it would go unknown. So what I would do was I would take pictures of their names, and when I be playing with people, I be telling about them, and they were like, yeah, they was agreeing with me. So I was like, look, I'm looking for a team. First dude I met, I was whooping the #1 gamer on Gears, whooping him. This dude went and grabbed his mic and was like, dude, you're talking crazy to the #1 gamer on Gears. He was from Mexico. Wow. I said, I don't give a damn. He gonna get this word. He getting toe up. He was, and dude was like, yo, this is hilarious. So he was at his house. He was telling his homeboys, yo, I'm in here right now with this dude called Legal Felon, right? He's like, he whooping this dude. It's the #1 dude. He's tripping. He's laughing. So he was like a level green. I was already like a gold. I was already at my golden wings, and he was like, yo, this dude is ranked, like, he was telling me, like, he's ranked low, and he's whooping this dude. And at the end of the game, this was my very first partner. I still got him on Facebook and everything. He's like, yo, I want to run with you, man. Now watch this. Didn't know, later on in years, this dude tells me, you know, man, I'm really the #1 dude on Gears of War. I was the #1 dude on Gears of War. I never told you this, Legal. I was like, get out of here. He showed me his record, and my mouth dropped. He was like, yo, never been a part of nobody who wrecked it like this. I never used any special weapons. All I used was the National Lancer, y'all. I wasn't known for that. Then I went and pulled all the low rankers because I had to basically make a team. Nobody wanted to play with me, bro. Wow. I got called the N-word every day. So I built this young group of guys that were like 14, 15, 16 years old. They're young men now. I can hit them up, call them up now. Young men. Wow. I still got respect and community with these guys. A lot of them doing real good. They in college and stuff, and they'll tell you. But this ain't for bragging rights. Yo, Jet Max, appreciate you, man. I'm about to follow you right now, Jet. No doubt, man. Real thank you, man. Thank you a lot. Yo, where is he? Oh, he didn't pop up. Oh, yo, Jet. No, that's fine. Jet, if you can hear me, man. Because it's on my phone. Oh, wait a minute. No, he's on my. No, I got him. He's on my PC. I can follow him right now. Hold on. How do I follow him? Let me see. How do I follow him, Whisper? But I'm trying to follow him. Why is it not letting me follow the guy? Yo, that's crazy. It should have let me follow him.
Did you view profile and press follow?
Yeah, that's what I hit on his profile. It should be letting me follow.
It let me follow him.
Yo, Jetmax, say something again, man. If you can hear us, respond. Tell him to respond so I can get him. so I can touch them again, cause it didn't pull up on my phone for some reason. It ain't letting me hit them. There you go. Got you. Now I can follow. There. Got you back, man. Thank you for the follow. Followed you back. Appreciate it. So I ended up building this team, man. And I only got about 4 people. I didn't have 5.
Okay.
I had 4 people. And with that 4, the reason I called us Voltron, because I was like, yo, we just need one more leg. We running around with one leg, but we're powerful. So we would get a bot, dude. We would literally get the bot. And we were like, we don't need Copper. We doing the show. I'm not here. I'm about to leave in a minute, but I'll be back. But we ended up whooping people who had full squad.
How about that, Jet? Better.
And then we ended up fighting against the devs. People were putting my name in the Gears of War forums. Yeah, they put my name in the Gears of War forums as one of the most reliable teammates to play with. People were showing me these things. And then one dude showed me that I was level 250. And when that was the spark, he said, yo, Legal, do you not realize you're level 250 out of the whole community out of millions? And I think it was like 7 million, 8 million at the time. And I was like, get out of here. He was like, no, y'all. He told everybody. And then I met this New Yorker named Mad Burner. He told me, he was like, yo, Legal, I'll go and play with everybody, man. He was like, I'll go play with other teams. And, yo, them cats be talking about you, bro. How they can't stand you, man. You done rock this community, man. They like, dude, they can't stand. They can't wait to beat you down. And he was laughing. They was like, what? He was like, I know him. And they started talking crazy to me. And he was like, I'm just letting you know that you don't rock the industry like that. Yo, thanks, Ghost. I'm following you too, man. Good to have you back, fam. And yo, Ghost, we gonna make that show over for you, man. We heard you loud and clear. Me and Reaper gonna make that show over for you. We sorry you missed out, man. But we're gonna do that over for you. We talked about you today. And by the time I knew it, man, I ended up getting a 5th member, and we ran Gears. I ended up becoming the top 10. I won some consoles. I won headsets. The Gears of War community is good when you know how to adapt to it. And so that was my game, man. That's pretty much my history. I did all that running when I was traveling the United States, man, doing contract work. You know, because there'd be times when, if it was too windy, I didn't play. We didn't work. But we were getting that per diem, so it'd be like 3 or 4 days where I just sat at home and game. So I had the time to build up. You see what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
And I never got to 3,000 losses. So you think about that. It took me 2,000 to learn it, over 2,000, but I never saw 3,000 losses. I had over 20-something thousand, 23. I think I had about 24,000 match playing games. Out of that, 17,000 victories and stuff. It was crazy, dude. I can't remember, but it was mind blowing when they showed me it, cause I didn't know, dude. I didn't know where to go look for that stuff. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't know where to go look for that stuff. So when I heard the devs bring me up, we whooped the devs. When they came to challenge us, we whooped the devs, man. We whooped the devs because they came in with invisible guns. You couldn't even get them guns. So that's when you knew they were the devs. Yeah, because the devs will be like, yo, we hear a lot of people talking. Put your gamer crew up. Put your gamer tags on. We'll play you. So, of course, I put mine up, told my team, let's put them on. And they ended up playing us on Sandbox. I'll never forget it. And we whooped them dudes, man. When we whooped them, we felt like we was on the... Yeah, it was a trip.
That's funny.
Right, it was a trip.
And you got crushed on Sandbox? Come on, that's kind of funny.
You got crushed on Sandbox, bro. That's right. We whooped them. Yeah. Hey, you want to know what our thing was? If we didn't whoop you by the 3rd ring, you pretty much had a chance to beat us. And there was some good teams that ended up beating us sometimes. But it didn't go no longer than the 3rd ring, bro.
You said it.
It was a must. By the 3rd ring, the game was over.
Wow.
Because our knowledge of the game was whoever got to 100 seconds first was winning it. So in Gears 3, you had up to 240 seconds. So if we got to 100 before you, your chances was just slim. Because we wasn't going to blow that lead. You see what I'm saying? And so it's a beautiful thing, man. Enough about me. But I appreciate it. But, those were some good old days, man. And like I said, that's another reason why I put a lot of time into the Xbox community, because the Xbox community has been nothing but good to me, man. They took me in when I was a nobody. People,
Facts.
We were nobodies, man. I was nobodies, man. I mean, my team are nobody. We made something out of nothing. Them kids, man, we come from nothing, man. And that's why I like the bottom, man. That's why I like being at the bottom. That's why we did this show. And look, all of you guys can catch me. Yup, I took your advice, Capo. That's it. Capo, yo, be more. Let them know where they can find this show. We're gonna take this show off of Mixer and we're gonna put it on the YouTube channel, man. So all you guys that were in here today, put some comments down so you can win a chance to get a game or Xbox Live for a year. We do giveaways, man, and all you gotta do is join and support. My man B More is gonna let y'all know. And we here. You can find me on YouTube. You can put in my gamer tag, and my gamer tag is right here. I'm typing it right now for you. That's it. You can type that in on YouTube, or you can reach us here. And all of our information is in the bio. So you can go to the bio and you can find it. You can put that in. Find us on YouTube. Either way. So yeah, y'all, I'm about to get off of here.
Alright.
My little son has a basketball game. And I just want to say, you have any last words, T Reaper? And then we're going to pass it over to the general.
I just want to thank all the community that stuck with us, and like, you know, even the ones that, you know, don't wish to be named. You know, I had so much fun this generation, and I wouldn't have done it if people, you know, didn't want to see it actually happen. So if I wasn't gonna get a response and I knew it wasn't gonna work, I wouldn't have done it. That's why you pre-sync what you do and how people react.
Good point.
So. And so the people that support
General,
us on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, we thank you, because this is the reason why we do it. We don't do it for likes, we don't do it for clicks. We do it for you. Because,
not asking
you
for no money.
enjoy it.
We're not asking for no money. We're grown men. We make our own money.
Fuck.
General, any last words, fam?
Hey man, it's just good to always be around gamers, man, and that, you know, we becoming like a fraternity, man. Everybody can't get into the fraternity, you know, and just we keep pushing each other and we keep on, you know. This is our, like I said, man, this is a lifestyle. We've been doing this since we was kids, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, this is our thing, man. You know what I mean? And I hope that we
it's second
always,
nature to us by now.
Yeah, it is. I hope that, you know what I'm saying, I hope we know how lucky we are, man, that we live in a generation where there's gaming, man. Like, you understand, gaming lowers blood pressure. Gaming takes stress away, man. Gaming is a way for you to zone out, man. Gaming is a way for you to, you know what I mean, kind of go into other worlds, meet other people like T Reaper and New Legal and other friends. And you know, because the cats like y'all, I made multiplayer game more. I've been always a single player dude, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, for me, gaming is like, it's a passion, man. Like, it's a lifestyle, man. Like, and how many people made friends? How many people got married off of gaming, man? Like, you hear all type of stuff, man. So it's like, I just
how many of us OG have that, you know, that one special prodigy that is now like 18 or 19 back when he first started on 360.
Exactly.
Those people grow up,
exactly.
and we've seen them grow up, and that's special to us, because it's basically just like family. You see them grow up over the years. If you're as long as you're connected to that person, and eventually when they become older, what do? They get better. So they're like, when you see that wonderful person that is good at something when they're young, just imagine what will happen when they're in full fruition of what they can do.
Man, we gotta.
So when you see talent, you gotta go after it, because that talent exists.
You gotta plant seeds. You gotta plant the seeds, man. Plant the seeds, man, and keep this going. Like, you know, it felt good to be on with y'all, man. I ain't been able to get on in a minute. But it's like, yo, man, like, we gotta realize all the bickering and all the arguing and going on Twitter and X-Snots and X-Cocks and donkeys, man. We lucky, man. Like, we really lucky, man. You know
I give these dudes carrots, man. Right. Yeah, I cherish. Look, the ones that can do it right, the ones that can do it right, I salute y'all. Y'all make it fun. The ones that, you know, like I said, man, you go crazy. Look, the X-Twas is going crazy. X-Bots, that's cool stuff. Donkeys, cool stuff. But when you get silly with it, you know as soon as somebody opens up their mouth that they don't know how to do it, that they're too emotional. You leave those idiots alone. You don't have to waste your time with them.
No, you
But
don't.
I love the gaming community. Keep pushing forward, like my man General was saying. Keep
And
it
keep
positive.
evolving.
Debate
keep
right.
evolving.
Make sense.
Yeah.
Right.
keep
Keep
evolving.
evolving. Try new things. And understand who's investing for you. Understand when it makes sense. If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense.
Makes
My
sense.
man T. Reaper said it. It's a damn shame that you can lead the industry. See, because y'all gotta understand what the win was this generation. It wasn't about the consoles. It was about who kept the most revenue.
Yep.
And when you saw Sony crash over 10 points down, I think they crashed like 14 points.
Yeah, big
You know,
time.
when you see something
They
like
took
that,
They
after
took a huge
you-
bite with
They took a
Destiny.
huge
Like a
fall,
huge
bro.
bite, a huge fall with Destiny.
it dropped,
Yeah.
y'all. And this is
they're paying
and this
for
is
it.
no,
And they're paying for it big time.
this is no bashing, right? This is just
Yeah.
facts. At the end of this war, and it ended, right? 2019 is over because the next E3 is not going to be anything about these consoles, right? It's not going to be. It's about the future now. So 2019 is the start of the new beginning. 2018 was the end. So when we got the end report that Sony fell that hard, and they're struggling. You see what I'm saying? They're
Yep.
struggling. That's why you
Yeah,
don't have an E3. That's why you don't have these shows. Because they're
Hey,
struggling,
Gopo,
y'all. They've
sometimes
been in
I
a
feel
financial
you, man,
crisis.
but I really want that
But-
Halo
but-
Infinite. I'm
But
sorry.
hold on, T Reaper. I know. Hold on, T Reaper. And these things I've been saying for over 3 years that it was gonna happen. Something was
Yep.
gonna happen to show it. Everybody that rolls with me knows this. I've been saying it. Been laughed
No, it's
at.
the truth.
Been
It's the
made
truth.
fun of.
Yeah, it's a-
But it happened.
That's the truth.
It finally happened. And all I did was throw my hands up. Like, here we are, baby. We here. If you an Xbox fan, it's going down for you. You don't
Yep.
have nothing else to worry about. Walk my words. I already know. I called Vulcan out years ago. I was talking to Reaper about it today. Reaper said, I remember when you talked about that. Nobody understood me. I'm the first in my group to bring up HDR. I'm the first I was in a group over 2,000 something people. Nobody knew what HDR was. I brought that to the forefront. And I told them Microsoft is going with this new technology. Well, I'm here to tell you again that Microsoft's chip is next generation. The Navi is not. It's going to be customized for the PlayStation 5. It's going to be barely powerful than the X, right?
Wow.
It's only going to be it's going to be stronger, but it's not going to really do much. It's going to be a 4K 30 frames per second console, which every now and then 60 frames is going to be just like the X, y'all, because the X is an open console. It's not set because it's customized. Microsoft can squeeze more juice out of this thing. We haven't even touched the 6 teraflops yet. We haven't opened it up. We haven't opened this console up. It's just now starting to go. We just found out that the 2.1 HDMI cable came out. I called it out a year ago. I said that the X has spoken to me because I know it will be able to do upscale 8K because the HDMI cord spoke to me. Nobody knew what I was talking about. I read an article that the Xbox One X will get an upgrade and its HDMI cable will be 2.1. Well, the 2.1 HDMI cord is what you need to play on an 8K TV. The game is over. So what did that tell you? That the X is future-proof. So when you get the X now, when the next console come out, that's going to be the top tier.
And you also don't have to
consoles
move.
of consoles.
And you also don't have to
You
move
will not.
also.
That's right, Ghost Mellow. You will not have to move. If you can't afford it, you're going to be just fine. Don't let it scare you. You'll still have that Ultra 4K. See, that's the thing. You will not be left behind. Nobody can make fun of you. You are where you at now. You have invested in the future, right? The only difference is the next one it will sustain 4K 60 and above. That's it.
Wow.
Because the X can already do 120.
Yeah, it
Rainbow
can.
Rainbow Siege can do 120 frames. It can already do it. You don't have to worry. It can do it. Now, all games maybe won't be able to do it, but there will be some games that can. You will not be left out. So salute to the Xbox community for hanging in there, because you hung in there. You will have the last laugh. That makes some crow soup, because that crow soup's going to be delicious. And when I'm telling y'all right now, 2019, don't let your foot up off them necks. If you got haters, keep your foot on their necks until you curve stomp them, because you cannot make them see. The only way they can see is when they abandon ship. I've been in a console war before. I've seen it. When that ship gets abandoned, that's when you know you have won. The ship is about to be abandoned, y'all. So I want to say this. Thanks to everybody that came out rock with us today. Thanks for all of you guys that support us, either here, YouTube, Facebook. Thanks to T Reaper. Thanks for the General. Thanks for B More for coming out with us, man, for this show. What's up, bro?
I want to address what Coco said. Why would Microsoft help Sony beat when they make Sony chips? Exactly. They don't. You know, they want to coexist with Sony because they do what? They bring in revenue, and
Well, here's the thing. Sony is a customer to Microsoft.
But
so
Sony
here's the
don't
thing.
want to, though.
Sony,
that's the thing. Is Sony doesn't want to.
Well, here's the thing. Well, people got it mistaken. Here's where you got it mistaken. You don't control who your customers are. I run for a business. I run from a lumber business, right? And every day they lose customers, man. Losing a customer ain't gonna stop you from making money.
Yeah.
People lose customers every day.
Yeah, you just gotta learn how to. You just gotta learn to adapt to the new customer.
Let me tell y'all something. If y'all felt it, look, what happened to Sega, right? Are we still here? We still here. If Sony fell off,
32X, that's what killed them.
Right. Sega's gone. Sony's here, right? So if Sony fell off, something's gonna replace it. And the gaming industry's gonna move on. Sony's not the gaming industry. Microsoft doesn't have to rely on Sony. Is Microsoft dealing with Sony now? No. Their live is going to Nintendo. Live is going to Nintendo. So Sony has to. You're not gonna look, man. It's good business practices, right? What did I just say?
That's all it is.
The investors are not even believing in Sony right now. Right. And investors are not believing in Sony. They're pulling their money out right now. Pulling their monies out. Microsoft is a great investment company. If you can get 2 shares in Microsoft, do you know how good and well off you will be? Just 2 shares. You get your $1,000, you put in over $100 for them 2 shares, and you know what? You're going to be good in a couple of months. That's how great Microsoft is to invest in, right? You don't want to put your money in the Sony's market right now. You're not going to make no money in there. So why?
Make money there.
So it's not the fact, right? It's not the fact that Microsoft doesn't want Sony around. It's bad practices to deal with a company that doesn't do good practices for itself. Sony does bad business.
Yeah, they do.
And that's why they're in trouble. Because their bad practices is what got them where they're at today. See what I'm saying? When you lie to your employees, when you put your employees' security at risk, their information at risk. When North Korea hacked them, all them employees' informations are out there. When you mess around with your employees' social security numbers. When you don't secure your gaming fan base and you allow like a big worldwide hack of 2011 to happen, where your whole community was down 3 to 4 months. That's crazy. And after all of those bad practices, people still want to support Sony. Why? Because like Reaper said, because that pride. And you know what they say about the pride? Pride kill a man.
Yeah,
pride gets a man killed.
If you don't know how to control your pride, the pride will kill you. And that
pride gonna kill you, man.
And that
Sony don't have nothing going for them. That's why they ain't showing you nothing.
And that is the core lesson of this generation: is
when
if you don't control your pride, it kills you.
I listened to Phil Spencer, and Phil Spencer, one of Phil Spencer's last interviews, he was talking about when he was a kid how much he played chess. If you ain't paying attention to him, he's letting you know what he was doing since 2014. Phil's been playing chess. And anybody that plays chess, anybody that plays chess understands that when you make one move, you don't make one move for that one enemy on the board, for that rook or that bishop. You're making moves to knock out 2 or 3 people off of one move because you're planning 3, 4, 5 steps ahead of you at one move. So when Phil kept talking about chess, he's letting you know that it may not look that great when I first started out on the board, but I see what Sony is at. I'm closing in on that queen, baby.
I'm on that checkmate,
and
I'm gonna win.
Damn right.
And I'm gonna win. Is basically what he's implying.
Come on, man.
That is true if you can get it straight working.
If you bet your money against Microsoft, That's not very wise, and that's all I'm gonna say. You're gonna witness one of the greatest comebacks in gaming history. That
Yes,
has not happened yet.
sir.
Sega was on its way to do it, but Sega messed up. Sega messed up. They were about to do it. They was about to do something great, but they ended up messing up. Microsoft will be that company that came out of nowhere, 18 years old, the youngest to do it, and it's going to be the world-leading gaming console in about 2 to 3 years. And mock my words. Mock it good. We out of here, baby. It's press start and credits, the special edition. Yo, I ain't got to say their names anymore. We out of here. Till next time.
Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.